Gas station. They have guns. They're wearing a black hoodie. Nothing further.
Roger that, dispatch. This is Charlie.
What do you have as evidence of all the stuff you're trying to support in these arguments? You have nothing.
Officers on the pursuit call. Suspect vehicle.
No, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, dude. You're a tank maniac. Dude, I can't say.
I sort of agree with Rich, right? Like, nobody's ever seen Shakur wobbled or anything like that, you know?
Hey, listen. The nigga stepped in the ring. The nigga.
Dispatch receiving interference from other frequencies.
Breaker 1-9 radio gang copy. Yeah, I'm crashing out, flyer going kamikaze. Get slapped with the stick and iced flyers playing hockey. Your girl says she wanna ride your boy like a jockey. I got your boo, her booty hanging off the Kawasaki. Nothing to do, she coming through, I need that sloppy toppy. Live on cam, no network, no proxy. She gon' scream by any means and call me Pappy. Get off my nutsack, what I tell them when they jock me. Go gather up your posse, now who wanna box me? I hit him with the jab, then the hook like Oshaki. Do him like Shakur did Teal, but I'ma stop him. Front foot dominance, got him looking sloppy. Word to William Joppy, I got him top 8 grade middleweights probably. Salute to my Aki, Abdullah Mason, amazing attack to the body. Verse Sam Noakes, no damn joke, he let his hand smoke like the shotty. The Mossberg pump kicking back like karate. Best not try me, drones is the hobby, pro guns is the lobby. Knucker.
Fire, officer down. Shot fire, officer down.
Unit down. Repeat, a unit is down. Send more cover.
Go ahead, big dog. You gotta take yourself off mute, though. He muted you.
Hey, Tank Maniac, if you don't like me calling you a Tank Maniac, stop being Tank Maniac. And that's really what I gotta say. You get mad, you gotta talk about hurt your feelings, and then all this other shit, me calling you Tank Maniac, stop being a Tank Maniac.
Yeah, first time in your chat when I pull up on your channel, you already on attack, all flying off the handle. I'm saying you too attached to these fighters, and I clown you when you throw me in the back. When I hop up on your panel, you a you a 6-hour live streams, and you yelling and you scream and you rip your shirt off and put my comment on the screen, cause I said he likes Skittles and his favorite color green. You hit me with 86K and kick me from the stream. You a put your shirt back on. You a going berserk just drawn. You a
You say somebody is ducking because they're trying somewhere else, and you're a Tank fan, you're a Tank Maniac. From now on. So, you start you put narrative, you're a Tank Maniac. If you're just saying, oh, Tank can beat Shakur, I feel Tank can beat Shakur, you're a Tank fan. But you're a Tank Maniac if you start pushing narrative. And that's all I gotta say.
Tank maniac, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You ripping your shirt off right now, gang. Just shut up and be a fan.
I never ducked you. I fought the best. You ran. Then called out Bam Rodriguez, a 118-pounder. What's wrong with that? Still a sucker.
Go ahead, big dog. You gotta take yourself off mute, though. He muted you.
Hey, Tank Maniac, if you don't like me calling you a Tank Maniac, stop being Tank Maniac. And that's really what I gotta say. You get mad, you gotta talk about hurt your feelings, and then all this other shit, me calling you Tank Maniac, stop being a Tank Maniac.
Yeah. First time in your chat when I pull up on your channel, you already on attack, all flying off the handle. I'm saying you too attached to these fighters, and I clown you when you throw me in the back. When I hop up on your panel, you a 6-hour live streams, and you yelling and you scream and you rip your shirt off and put my comment on the screen, cause I said he likes Skittles and his favorite color green. You hit me with 86K and kick me from the stream. You a put your shirt back on. You a going berserk just drawn. You a
You say somebody is ducking because they're trying somewhere else, and you're a Tank fan, you're a Tank Maniac. From from now on. So you start you put narrative, you're a tank man. If you're just saying, oh, Tank can beat Shakur, I feel Tank can beat Shakur, you're a Tank fan. But you're a Tank maniac if you start pushing narrative. That's all I gotta say.
User,
Tank a maniac. User, tank a maniac. User, tank a maniac.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You ripping your shirt off right now, gang. Just shut up and be a fan. Hey, salute. Yo, can y'all hear me? Mic check 1, 2. Yo, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clear, that is. If you can hear and it's clear, put a 1 in the chat, y'all. Somebody. Alright, no clipping or nothing. I see 1. Yeah, I got these headphones. No echo, bro. Let me know if it's an echo, man. Let me see. Yeah. He said it's a lower one, but it's cool. Man, these earbuds is acting weird on me. Bear with me, y'all. Go ahead, big dog. You gotta take yourself off mute, though. Yeah. Yo, we tapped into the fly frequency. If you're catching this on a replay, make sure you smash the like button. Always important to smash the like button. And if you're catching it on a replay and you smash the like button, it should give you the option to give this video some hype points. Go ahead and get a video some hype points, man. Help us out in the algorithm, man. That'll put this video in the feed of people who not even subscribe to the channel. So that help get more eyes on the channel and all of that stuff on the videos. So go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get a video some hype points, y'all. We got the PayPal and the Cash App going across the bottom of the screen. We also had that QR code at the top right corner of the screen. You could use your phone's camera to scan that, and it'll send you right to the Cash App. That's the preferred way to receive support, man. So if you're feeling generous, go ahead and help your boy out, help the channel grow and all of that. Supporting the channel, man. Monetarily. We demonetized still, but at the end of this month, I'm expecting to try to reapply for monetization and everything. So we should have the super chats and all of that stuff jumping again at the end of this month. But right now, no super chats, man, and no monetization, man. So if you're coming in here, it's very important that you smash the like button, man. As far as YouTube, that's the only way to support right now, other than the Cash App and the PayPal and all of that stuff. So make sure y'all smash the like button on the way in. Have some channel etiquette. Have some live etiquette, man. And we here to talk some boxing, man. Let me see who in the building, man. Let me see. We got Rich in the building. He showed up in the chat first. Salute, bro. We got Mag 7 Life in the building. What's good with you, bro? Daz 215 in the building as always. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He be in here representing. We got Blaze Pound for Pound in the building. Visionary 88 in the building. Let me see. We got Brandon in here. Talk of SD in here. Fredro for Life in here again. That's all I see right now. Make sure y'all smash the like button as y'all coming in, man. I'll give y'all a little minute, before we get all the way into it, man. Let me see. Did I put the link right there? You already know on this channel, we just dive right in the deep end, man. We just open the panel up from the gate. You know what I'm saying? So whoever want to chop it up with your boy could hit that link and come on up here and chop it up. Let me see. He said, Fredro for Life said, Devin going back to Australia. I don't know, man. Let me see. Blaze said, I hope Devin fights Paro next and unifies. Yeah, that's who I want him to fight too, man. I ain't too thrilled about this Jack Catterall talk, man. I was saying that I hope he hold out, to see what happened, see if anything else opened up, and sure enough, Paro, Liam Paro spent the block, man. He said, he'll take the fight and everything. So, but we ain't hear from, they saying nobody ain't hear from Devin and Bill. I hope they took that fight too. I hope they taking that fight. I even heard that Keyshawn Davis might still be at play and whatnot, but I don't know, man, about Key, man. As far as I'm concerned, Key ducked, man. So if it happens, it happens. I would take that though. Still, I would take the Keyshawn Davis fight over the Liam Paro fight. Even though that's a unification, I think that the Devin Haney versus Keyshawn Davis, it'll be a more entertaining fight, if you ask me. For me, that's my opinion. I think that'll be a more entertaining fight than Liam Paro. Let me see. Fredro for Life said Paro has a belt, so I'd rather Devin fight him. I do feel Catterall and Paro are on the same level, but one has a belt. Yeah. That was the only reason why I was leaning towards Liam Paro too, because it'd be a unification and it's a step closer to undisputed. I want Devin to get undisputed, man. And who knows what if Boots get undisputed at 154, I believe he'll go up there. You got a lot of naysayers out here who don't believe that Devin Haney will go up there and challenge Boots. I don't see why he wouldn't. Devin seemed like he kind of big for the 147 pound division. I don't see him being there. Well, he probably could be there for a little while, but I think he could fill in that 154 too, man. I think he could get up there, 154, in maybe a year's time. I think he might, you never know. Let me see, Fredro for Life. And another thing, I don't know how long people thinking that Undisputed will take. I'm thinking Undisputed will probably take maybe 2 years, a year and a half. Let me see, Fredro for Life said, a frequent flyer, that's true, style-wise, Paro more entertaining. Yeah, I wasn't talking about, I was saying Keyshawn Davis is more entertaining. That's what I was saying. I was saying I would take the Keyshawn Davis fight, over Paro or Catterall. If he was to spin the block and somehow, they was to make that fight, yeah, I would rather see the Keyshawn Davis fight over these other two fights. Blaze pissed off. He said Keyshawn ducked, move on to Paro. Yeah, man, I understand, man. Keyshawn let you down, man, because you was riding hard for you was pushing hard for Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? You was acting like you thought Keyshawn was the truth, man. He turned out to be a lie. He didn't want no smoke. Let's see, Mag 7 Life said, Fly, they saying it's Key and Norman next. I think that's a good fight too. That's a good fight. I think Norman take that. I guess we'll get to see that. We'll see what happens. That's our take. that, that's a good fight, man. I just want to see good fights, man. That's what it is. And we ain't about protecting these fighters or nothing like that, So if he feel like he ready for Brian Norman Jr., he was talking some stuff about Brian Norman Jr., So yeah, go ahead and get in there with him, see what happens. Everybody think it's sweet, because Devin did what he did. Let me see. Blaze said Devin should go get 3 belts and challenge Ryan for undisputed at 147 if Ryan defeats Conor. Man, I doubt if Ryan going to even make himself available. They gonna him and Oscar De La Hoya. They gonna do whatever they can do, man, to swindle out of that fight, man. I know y'all believe in Ryan and all that. I don't believe in Ryan, man. I think he be lying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust him. Ryan, I just don't got no faith in Ryan, bro. I don't think he gonna try to make that fight. He all talk, man. Let me see. Blaze said I thought Keyshawn would fight. I was wrong. Yeah, man. That was the last thing I thought he would do was just duck, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't think he was gonna do that, and not to say it was for no money either. For 3 million, you get 3 million. Like I thought. I was thinking kind of, the way these haters were, people was talking about Devin Haney going to get lowballed and they're going to try to make him drop the belt and all of that stuff. I was expecting a low number. But before that, I was saying I think that the fight was worth, maybe 8 million or something like that. Somebody had probably bet 8 million. But hey, man, I was right on that, and come to find out, Bob Arum was putting more. He was putting a bigger purse up than that. You know what I'm saying? Than what he bid it. So, Keyshawn, man, I don't know what's up with him. Let me see. I don't believe Ryan is fighting anyone good. Yeah, me neither, man. Bomac picking Ben to beat Ryan. I would think that it was possible. If he had made weight, comfortably or whatever. But it sounds like he having a problem with weight. I'm hearing he having a problem with making it to 147. He talking about this his last time and all of that. So that's a hint that it wasn't easy for him to make the weight. So I don't know about him. I ain't too confident, on him beating Ryan Garcia. I think he probably gonna be a weaker version of himself, man. So I know he explosive and all of that, but I just can't get past the fact that it seemed like he's having a problem making the weight. That's serious, man. That really affects you in the fight, man. I know a lot of people don't put a lot of weight on the fighters making weight and all that stuff, having their weight cut, but I think that plays a big part in everything. The win, the belt, and then to just drop the belt and not fight at 147. But now that I think about it, that would open it up. That would open it up. Just get the belt off of Ryan because I know Ryan gonna try to hold the belt and milk it as long as he can without fighting nobody good. Just like Blaze was saying, man. That's what I think he's gonna do for sure. Mr. Big Play Bray, salute, bro. Let me see. He said Ryan isn't fighting Devin till he needs a big fight. Yeah, he gonna wait till he lose the belt or something like that and think the fight's still there. I don't think Devin should fight him if he lose to Conor Ben. I don't think Devin should focus on him right now. I think Devin should focus on getting the belts, man. I ain't with Devin fighting him coming off no loss, man. That was why when let me see, what was that? Oh, yeah, when my hold on, somebody text me. Oh, that's my guy. Yeah, but Ryan Garcia, man, if Ryan Garcia lose, I don't really want Devin to entertain fighting him. I don't want Devin to take him off a loss. coming off a loss. That was why I was giving him the pass when he lost to Roley. I was like, yeah, Devin should fight Roley, not Ryan coming off a loss. And see, look, Cash Crypto in the building. He said, steady looking for a way not to get a fight. I don't know what he meant by that. You got to be more clear, man. Aircraft, what's good, bro? So Tank don't gotta fight Lamont. I mean, I don't think that Tank should fight Lamont right now. Coming off a loss, I think Lamont need to get it back. He need to get another W. Tank can't fight right now anyway, man. I don't know why people still talking about Tank fighting somebody right now. Benavidez has steered away from all challenges. Hey, man, we definitely gonna talk about that, man, because I was on somebody else's channel, and you know what they do when they start getting cooked in a debate. They start over talking you and muting you and doing all that weird stuff, man. That's why they don't come over here, man. That's why they be scared to come click the link over here because they know ain't nobody gonna throw you off the panel. Whoever debating, they gonna be able to get their words out. They gonna be able to get their bars off, and we gonna get to the bottom of it. When they don't want to hear, one side of the story, they be trying to push a narrative, so they don't let you get your bars off. Yeah, Aircraft. I don't want to see Tank fight Lamont off of no loss, man. Coming off no loss, no. He should have fought Shakur, man. Like, you wasted all that momentum you had. Talking about Lamont Roach, he wasted all that momentum he had coming off of the draw that a lot of people thought he won against Tank. He wasted that momentum fighting these meaningless fights. Like, why you gonna fight Pitbull? It make no sense to me, man. 0 sense. For him to fight Pitbull after that. You should have fought Shakur. You should have been pushing. You should have been trying to fight Shakur. You could have got a bigger fight than Pitbull. Does a Opata fight, man? I guess. I don't think that was a good move right there. And y'all know Tank gonna be trying to fight Zapata. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the Tank fans want Tank to fight Zapata probably. Aircraft, what you talking about? Oh, Aircraft trying to defend David Benavidez. Nah, bro. I'm not saying David Benavidez is ducking, but he's being navigated around Opata, man. For sure. That's what I believe, man. He definitely being steered around Opata. And yeah, I just wanted to get my bars off on that subject, David Benavidez and Opata, man, because they was pushing a fake narrative over there. They talking about David Benavidez. We was talking about Noel getting that belt, snatched up off him, by the WBC, and if he don't fight David Benavidez, he was already lined up to fight. They had a verbal agreement for him to fight Opata, and David Benavidez just came up and became the mandatory, as a champion though. Like they was trying to tell me on another platform that David Benavidez filed a petition from a lower weight class, but no, that's not what happened, bro. That's not what happened. David Benavidez hopped up there and fought Zerto, and then that situation happened. So it didn't he wasn't at a lower weight class when that happened. They try to make it seem like he activated a super status or something like that from a lower weight class. And on top of that, the WBC don't even have the super champion like that. They got the franchise belt, and he didn't have no franchise belt. That's what their franchise belt does, allow you to move up and down in weight classes to fight champions. They was trying to push that fake narrative that he petitioned from a lower weight class. No, that's not what happened, bro. That's not what happened. Tony Reviews in the building was good, bro.
What's going on?
Man, ain't nothing, man. Same old, same old. Here talking some boxing, talking about Ja Opata being steered around. David Benavidez being steered around Ja Opata. You know, with the help of the WBC and the sanctioning by who is it? Al Heyman and the PBC. You know,
Well, it don't
what you
really
think?
matter because Jai Opata and Dana, they done shitted on him by taking his opponent away. Now he gonna have a belt.
Well, I think the whole point is they trying to get that belt because David Benavidez said he wanted undisputed, and
Yeah, I know
so
that,
they
that's what
trying to
I'm
make it
saying.
so. Yeah, they trying to make it so he can navigate around Ja Opata, so he won't have to see him. You know, he could become undisputed without Ja Opata. They took, you know, they don't care if Noel fights Ja Opata. What they want is that belt, and that's what the WBC is doing. They stripping him if he fight Ja Opata. You notice that belt, the WBC is not on the poster or whatnot.
Yeah, but what's so
The
crazy
graphic.
about it is the WBC accepted Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben, and Conor Ben's with Zuffa.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
all it comes
I
down
think I
to
can see
is,
the difference though. The difference is though, Ja Opata do have that Zuffa belt though, don't he?
well, it don't matter. It's irrelevant. The
Yeah,
belt,
we know
the
that. We
Zuffa
know
belt,
that. But they,
the Zuffa belt has, because I guarantee you, if Conor Ben beats Ryan Garcia, they're gonna give him the Zuffa belt. Watch. I
so you think
guarantee
they
you.
going you think they gonna sneak the Zuffa belt on
Oh, they
there?
gonna see that the minute he get handed that fucking WBC title, they gonna throw that Zuffa over it. Like, yeah, the Zuffa champion, number
That'd be
one.
diabolical.
Yeah, that shit would be mad funny. This man get the Ring magazine, the Zuffa title, and the WBC. I would laugh my ass off.
WBC gonna be mad as hell if they do that. They gonna strip him.
Man,
But
then they gonna get
it
their
don't
ass.
matter because he gonna drop it anyway because he said he not fighting at 147 no more. He said this is his last fight at 147.
I wouldn't drop it. I would let them strip me, and then I'd do a fucking lawsuit against them like Jai's doing against the IBF. I'd sue all them motherfuckers. And I don't even like Zuffa, but I would just sue them out of principle.
You think they gonna win that? I don't know if y'all gonna win that though.
So here's the deal. Smart money is Ryan Garcia, right? That is smart money. However, I have no faith in Ryan Garcia. And if Conor Ben, as aggressive as he is, can hurt him early like Rolly did, oh, Ryan's lost. He ain't coming back. Ryan got no heart.
Yeah, I'm just worried about Conor Ben and his weight cut or whatnot because you know I'm hearing that he having a hard time making 147 and and he don't help it. Yeah, he don't do it no justice saying that he not fighting at 147 no more. You know, my suspicion. He don't help
I
my
don't think he'll
suspicion
have a
by saying
problem.
that.
He's still in his 20s. He's like 5'2". Like, I don't think he'll have a problem making 147. It's not like he's just, he got a little bit of like
His last fight, he had problems making it down. Right, that's why him and Regis fought at the
150.
whatever weight they fought at. Yeah, 150.
I understand, but I think he's young enough to where I don't think it's gonna, because he can rehydrate. If he couldn't rehydrate, then I would say it'd probably be an issue. But the fact that he could just go full throttle on the rehydration, I don't think it'll be an issue.
Hey man, they say that rehydration be killer too. That rehydration be messing people up too.
Nah, the rehydration will save your life. But yeah, Ducavines, I've realized like through time, he's everything that he said Canelo was. He a duck. Cause like I exposed, and I know who you talking about without you even telling me I know where you was, because he's the biggest idiot I've ever talked to. Like the biggest idiot. Like you can show him all the receipts and he's still gonna think he right, even though he wrong. But Benavidez ducked Beterbiev. The fight was already set, made, according to Beterbiev, top rank, his team. They were supposed to fight, and he curved him to go fight Zerto, which we know Zerto's trash. Zerto's never been good. So,
but Zerto had two belts, so that's why I'm talking really.
It don't matter. Like he went up there. And, so here's the deal. If Benavidez would have went to cruiserweight to fight the best guy, who is Jai Opata by far, then I would understand it. but he went up there not to fight the best guy when arguably he could have fought the best guy at light heavy at 175. Arguably, Beterbiev is the best guy there because a lot of people believe Beterbiev beat Bivol in a rematch. They feel like he was robbed. I thought he beat him both times, to be honest with you. So again, there's a lot of people who believe Beterbiev, despite his age, is still the man of the division. That's why there's about to be a trilogy with Bivol. So he had the chance to fight.
I thought he had an injury or something.
No, there was no injury going into that. Whenever Benavidez went into the Zerto fight.
No, I'm talking about Beterbiev.
No, Beterbiev's been good to fight. Bivol is the one that had the injury. That's why he's been out of the ring for so long.
Oh, okay.
But my point is this: Benavidez, he never got to prove himself at 168. You could say it's Canelo's fault. Very well could be. However, he never got to prove himself to be the best, and he never really beat nobody in the top 3 in that division. He just never did. So, and I mean, who like is considered in the top 3? Yeah, he won a title, lost it, got it back in a vacated match, and lost it again. But he never really beat one of the top 3 guys. Here at 175, he had a chance to fight Beterbiev, who is arguably number 1 or 2. And if you want to say he's number 2 because he lost the rematch, cool. You had a chance to beat the number 2 guy of the division, who a lot of people still consider a killer, but instead you swerve him to go fight a dude who's ass cheeks. And then you had a chance to fight Jai Opata, who's the number 1 guy, and you swerve him to do who knows what.
The aircraft don't like that. He said, that's cap. There's cap. Not my David Benavidez.
I mean, we can start posting the links with Beterbiev saying that the fight was set up. I didn't say that. That's what they said. I didn't make that up.
Darrell and Plant. He said.
Well, I don't understand. I've never considered Caleb Plant good. That dude is a 5-round fighter, and then he runs out of gas. Like, how many? Look,
Boo got too big. I don't know what happened.
Caleb Plant is the last guy Canelo stopped, and that's who you're leaning on. And then Darrell. When has Anthony Darrell ever been a top guy?
Hey, I don't know, man.
When Anthony Darrell was undefeated, he was a gatekeeper. Like that. That's what we're leaning on. And then the only other person they could say is who I've always said was garbage from the jump. I said it before. Benavidez, Darrell. I mean, not Darrell. Morel.
Boo-boo, right?
No,
David Morel.
Andrade didn't even look good before he fought Benavidez. He struggled against Nicholson. Struggled bad, like damn near lost. He was never meant to be a 168. He was too small. He was chasing Canelo. He should have never went up there. It showed in his first matchup.
Yeah, he came from 160, right?
Yeah, 160 was his cap.
He's supposed to fight Maul. He's supposed to fight Maul. That's what he's supposed to do.
I agree, but I feel like they was ducking him. Like I feel like Canelo ducked Andrade at 154.
You think Maul ducked him? Who? You thought Maul ducked him?
I think they all ducked Andrade at 154, 160. I don't think nobody wanted to fight him.
No, Jamel Charlo was set. He was lined up to fight. He was scheduled to fight. Boo Boo Andrade, but Andrade.
I don't remember that.
Andrade pulled out the fight. He pulled out the fight, whatever.
I don't ever remember them scheduled. I remember them talking about it. I remember them doing a live with each other, talking about let's do it. But I don't ever remember a contract getting signed. I don't ever remember it coming to fruition.
You talking about with Jamal, but before that, long before that, Jamal Charlo said they was supposed to fight or whatever. They was scheduled to fight. You know, he's in training camp and everything, and then Andrade pulled out at the last minute, and that's why he was mad.
I don't remember that. I have to look that up.
I forgot he addressed it too though. Boo Boo addressed it. I forgot what he said. The reason why he did it though.
I don't ever remember him and Mel having a contract to fight. Like I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't ever remember that.
Yeah. Let me see if somebody in the chat talking about it. Lance said, "Watch your mouth." I thought Tony was a belt guy. Oh yeah, he talking about Darrell because Darrell was the champ, I think. But you said he said he thought you was a belt guy because I think
No, no,
Darrell
no,
was
no,
the
no.
champ.
Wait a
He
minute.
was the
Wait a minute.
champ
Wait a
when
minute.
whatchamacallit beat him.
So here's the deal. It's like saying I'm a belt guy. Yes, the belts do matter because there's something you have to have a measuring stick. Like the goal is to get the belt. However, if you beat a dude who ain't never beat a dude, like I'll give you an example, and I know y'all love him, but Deontay Wilder probably fought the worst heavyweight champion in the history of boxing for his belt, Bermain Stavern. That dude was horrible. And that's who he got his title off of. Bermain Stavern never beat nobody to get that belt. It was in a
Yeah, he was
vacated
trash.
title match, and he lost it to Deontay Wilder in his first defense. Like, I guess that makes you a champion? There's nothing wrong with getting a vacated title. Don't get me wrong, but you have to do more than just win a vacated belt. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what
Like,
about Darrell? What about Darrell though?
What about Darrell?
Like how do that story about Stavern relate to Darrell and him having a belt when whatchamacallit fought him?
What do you mean? Because they when he fought Yildirim, it was for a vacated title. And then if you
So you say
remember when he fought Anthony Yildirim, it was fucking controversial as hell. A lot of people believe Darrell lost that fight and won by robbery. That's why when Yildirim came out of wherever the fuck he was, he got the first shot at Canelo as a mandatory because the WBC felt like Yildirim won that fight. Yes, Darrell fought Yildirim to win his title. You know, the same guy that everybody was complaining that Canelo fought, Yildirim, that guy, that's who he won the vacated title off of. He said he wanted more money. You talking about way earlier in his career? So Anthony Yildirim had the title twice. You're talking about way before he even, okay. So, yes, he beat Bicca, and then he lose to Bandu Jack after that, like got dominated by Bandu in his first defense.
oh dang, I was on mute. You wasn't able to hear what I was saying.
No, I
So
didn't hear
yeah,
nothing that you said. From my recollection, Yildirim was never a champion. I didn't say that. I said he fought Yildirim for a vacated title that the WBC said that they thought Yildirim won. That's why Yildirim got that shot at Canelo because they felt like he was robbed. But Bandu Jack beat the brakes off that dude way
when,
before.
when he said this, I think he talking about Boo Boo Andrade. I think that's why that was his excuse why he pulled out the fight with Jamel Charlo because
Oh,
he wanted more money or something. It was
oh, I
about some
got you.
money.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to look that up. Like I literally had to Google that because I don't ever remember them having a contract. I mean, they very well could have. I just don't remember it.
Tony, what it do, Brody?
Hey,
What's going
see in
on,
the
man?
building. What's good
Steve,
with you, man?
what's going on, my guy?
Ain't
Real
nothing
quick,
much.
I didn't really come up here to talk too much. I just wanted to tell you, tell Flyer, basically, you were 100% right about that discussion we had the other day about drinking.
About the beer.
Yeah, but I found a loophole in it because there's a Arabic drink that's made out of that's a fermentation that's considered 1.2 to 0.5. But that's low enough to be considered non-alcoholic, but if it has an ABV measurement, it is alcohol. And that's all I'm saying. But not to be weird and wonky or try to figure things out, you are absolutely right.
Yeah, and yeah, any type of drug that give you a high or a buzz or something like that, it's not
Yeah,
permissible and
yeah,
they
it's
can.
haram. Yeah. So yeah, just to let you know, that's the type of dude I am. I will research it. I did go talk to some imams that are right up the block from me, and they're African. So I was just like, that's probably a good enough source. And then I went home and then re-looked it up myself.
Well, that's what's up, man. You know, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Your honesty and all of that.
Of course, man. I'm not about
But
spreading, no BS. I may have some details wrong, but you know what I'm saying. It then comes down to a semantic argument. The point is right, but maybe some of the inner details are skewed. But other than that, what was the topic? Because you're gonna find out if Tony comes up here a lot. Me and Tony love to get into debates.
Well, I
no,
mean, the only way we're gonna debate tonight is if you like duck season. Like if you on Duck Avita's side, then that's the only way. But as long as you ain't flying with ducks,
You got Benavidez as the duck in an Obatiah situation?
I got him a duck in a bunch of
I would
situations.
say, hey, I won't call him a duck, but he definitely being navigated around Ja Opata. That's what I would say.
Well,
And I didn't like the way he was talking after he beat Zerto either. You know, he was talking. It had a little bit of duck energy. Yeah, I'm
but let
saying
me ask
talking
this
about
question.
Ja
Let me ask this
Opata not
question.
fighting him and all of that, talking down the fight.
But let me ask this question because leading up to the Zerto fight, pretty much I was under the understanding, and it was looking like the boxing community was under the understanding that right after the Zerto fight, it's me and you, Obatiah. The Zerto is to get me up there, get me some hardware, and me and you are going to unify. Ja Obatiah has two sketchy performances and stuff like that, and he's on after the last performance, I'm paraphrasing here, but he alluded to some things that maybe I may need, one or more fights, blah blah blah, just to tighten some things up, and then you go over to Zufa, knowing that the IBF is not playing with you. The IBF already stripped him for something that happened. The details I don't want to speak about because I'm unclear on them at this particular moment. But overall, you went over there.
I don't
They
understand
told you
though,
what it
AC.
was. They told you what
What
it
about
was.
AC, I don't understand what you're saying because like prior to Glanton, who he dominated the entire fight, all his other fights prior to that, like at least 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row, have been all won by knockout. So I don't know what funny business could have went on in any of them fights because
Okay.
he's dominated every single person.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Like Glanton is the only guy recently that he went to decision with. That was his last fight, and like he probably won every single round. I don't think he lost a round. Maybe he lost one round, maybe. But
But
just
my whole thing is the WBC did some weird stuff that they never did before. You know, we saw something happen that never happened before. We saw a champion become a mandatory for a guy for another champion. You know, and this never happened before
What do you mean?
in the history of boxing, as far as I'm concerned. When the WBC made David Benavidez, who was a unified champion, a mandatory for Noel. Uh, Noel, what's his name? McKillian or whatever. What's his
yeah,
name?
you
No,
you you see how that
No, you talking about the Norris guy?
the
The
no,
no the
Noel guy,
Norrell
the guy. No, his name Noel.
champion. Noel's the
McCages.
champion. He's the one that
Yeah,
he
he's
said,
just
haha,
like
psych your mind, and then went over there
The,
to fight Jai instead of Benavidez. Or excuse me,
yeah,
Duckavides.
he's the WBC champion, but the WBC is going to strip him because they made David Benavidez his mandatory, even though David Benavidez is a unified champion in the division. You know, and I had people try to spin it and make up all types of fake narratives about David Benavidez being coming up from a lower weight class and petitioning from a lower weight class and all of that stuff. No, that's not the WBO, bro. That's the WBO. They got the WBO super champion that does that. The WBC, remember, their means of doing that is the franchise belt allows the fighter to move up and down in weight classes and fight
yeah, but
other champions.
that's not exactly true because then that would mean Shakur needed to be the franchise champion in order to move up to fight Teofimo Lopez. So with
No, why you not?
the WBC can the WBC when you move up, you are automatically within the top 5. You're not the WBO.
Yeah, no,
WBO,
but they showed that was a voluntary fight. That was a voluntary
Yeah.
fight, though, right?
T.O.
We're not talking about a man, though. We talking about a man. They mandated that he was his mandatory. He's his mandatory
wanted
now.
Shakur a fight. T.O. invited Shakur to fight him. Like,
But
that
now
was
that's a different situation.
It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, when you
No, it
look
does
at
matter.
no, it doesn't, because when you look at the structure of the type of nonprofit and the 501c3 that the WBC, the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF are within what they do, since they never reestablished a franchise champion. At the end of the year, if they're going to do anything, they either have to, or anytime during the year, they either have to have a meeting with the board, and if the board approves that, yeah, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, then it's 100% legal
Yo,
inside the
AC, that's
501.
not
yo,
true.
all of this
Hold on,
is
Doing it right
the
now.
Flyer,
Please don't tell
let me
me
say
it's
this.
not
Let me say
true.
this.
I will pull
AC,
up
this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. AC, you can prove your point right now with one Google, and you're gonna find out how wrong you are.
No,
Just name. All you got to do right now is just
I'm doing this.
AC. Just listen to me. Just listen to my challenge. This is all you need to do. Google one lighter weight division WBC champion where they moved up to fight the WBC champion of the higher weight class, and that champion was mandated to fight them on their first move up without a franchise title. Just find one.
That's what I was. That's what I was going. That's what I was going to say. It's an easy. Hold on. See, it's an easier way without even doing that. You can just ask yourself the question: if T.O. had refused to fight Shakur Stevenson, would T.O. have been stripped?
By whom? By the WBO?
By the WBC.
No, he couldn't been stripped by the WBC because he was the WBO champion.
And that's my point. That's my point. I was saying this is not the WBO. It's different with the WBO. You can do that from the WBO. You can petition from a lower weight class to go up to another.
On the fight.
We're talking about the first of all. We're talking about. Look, first of all, we're talking about the WBC. We're talking about the WBC.
And I'm telling you about the WBC because at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson was the WBC champion at 135 pounds, bruh.
Was it mandated?
What I'm saying is it wasn't man. Yeah, that's why I asked you that question. I said if Teofimo Lopez had refused to fight Shakur Stevenson, would he have been stripped? No. Right now, the WBC is stripping Noel. Because they made David Benavidez his mandatory, another champion, not coming up from another weight class. He's a unified champion in the same division, and they're making him his mandatory. Right, he's his mandatory, and he's a unified champion. He's Noel's mandatory.
I'm looking at the sanction right now, and it still has Noel as the WBC champion and Michael K-Slack as the interim champion.
Yeah, he's the WBC champion right now, but they're saying his mandatory is David Benavidez. That's why I'm saying he's being navigated around Ja Opata because they made it so that if Noel fights Ja Opata, as soon as he steps in the ring, he's going to be stripped.
Hey, but Flyer, you know what's even crazier about that? When there's an interim title holder, they're automatically your mandatory before anybody else.
Yeah, it's diabolical. That's why I said something happened. That's why I said something happened that we never saw. Something happened that we never saw happen before in the history of boxing. We're seeing a unified champion be the mandatory of another champion.
When
has this ever happened before?
At the end of the day, the full protection is out there for Benavidez because they don't want to put him in there with somebody who can beat him.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell. Here's what I'm going to say to you
Benavidez. We get that from.
Here's what I'm going to say to you guys. Shakur Stevenson was the WBC and WBO champion at 130.
AC, your point doesn't
He wasn't
make
WO.
sense.
He wasn't WO champion at 135.
And he moved up. He became the WBC.
No, he did not.
No, he did not. It was
He
teal
never became the
voluntary. Hold on.
mandatory.
It was a teal voluntary to fight Shakur. It wasn't. Shakur did not mandate that fight with teal.
No, I didn't say that.
Tio said he wanted to fight Shakur. That's the only reason why it happened.
Yeah, it was it was a voluntary.
If he never fought Shakur, he would still have the title.
Yeah, it was a voluntary.
Okay, it's a voluntary between two champions. I'm not.
No, it was voluntary between at 135 champion.
No, is Shakur a champion? And you.
It doesn't matter if he was a champion. If he wanted to fight somebody, he can fight somebody.
You can't keep talking in circles like that.
Well, hold on. I just got up here.
AC, you're the only one missing the point.
I'm not the only one. I'm the only one who knows what I'm talking about.
You
sure about
that? Oh my God.
Right now, I'm doing a 501c3 right now, bro.
Listen, AC, listen. AC, listen.
What?
AC, I just gotta say no, it doesn't matter if Shakur was a champion or not at 135. It doesn't matter.
You cannot listen.
Yes, you can. It doesn't matter. If Tier wanted to fight that dude, Shakur accepted, it's a fight.
You guys are not listening. Within the rules of a 501c3, they just can't make shit up as they go along. It has to be voted on by their board. Their board runs it. A 501c3, 501c4, 5, 6, and 7 you do not have a owner. So if you don't have an owner, the board is the one who says you're gonna say, well, you know what? We have a fighter. We have a fighter that and I'm gonna use you guys. Example in David Benavidez. We're looking to make him the champion by default and mandate someone else to be his mandatory, because if the guy's the champion, you have to strip him of his belt to make him the mandatory to another champion. So the WBO is saying we're going to strip a current champion to do this, and we need the board to okay it. That's the way this shit works, bro. They just don't come out and do things arbitrarily, because then it violates everything. Then they can lose. Then they can lose their tax exempt status, which is the 501c3. I know this shit because this is what I'm doing, and I'm trying to tell you the wonky shit. You're telling me the surface shit, and I'm telling you the wonky shit of how the company actually works. And the way the 501c works, you just can't do what the fuck you want to do. It has to go through the board, because you're not the boss. The board is the boss. You answer to the board. Mauricio Suleiman answers to his board. He has to justify everything.
You say all this to say what, though, bro? You say all this to say what, though?
Google.
You saying not?
Go to US.
Well, I'm saying you're saying all this to say what is what I'm saying. I'm not disputing it. I'm just saying, okay, you're saying all that to say what? That David Benavidez Benavidez.
What you're trying to claim him as doing, it's not him. It's the WBC.
Bro, I said that. No, wait, listen, hold on, listen, calm down. Put your shirt back on.
My shirt.
I'm saying, we're saying you're agreeing.
A little loose.
Listen, you're agreeing with me now. You're agreeing with me. I said that David Benavidez is being navigated around Opata. That's my point. That's my argument.
So you're saying he's being navigated around Opata by the sanctioning body, not by his...
Yes, by the helping the sanctioning body and his team. His team are doing it. His team is, he's allowing his team in the sanctioning, but the WBC to navigate him around Opata to avoid him. He's allowing it.
So here's where I'm in disagreement into what
I don't believe that at all. Frequent down now. That's a stretching it right there.
How is it stretching it?
He's allowing
the fact
that he's not doing anything to stop it. He's not putting up a fight.
Listen. Here's the deal.
He cannot.
David Benavidez has already said if Opata doesn't have a belt, he's not going to fight him. Okay. Opata is right now trying to sue the IBF for stripping him when they should not have stripped him, even though he paid all his fees. Now, furthermore, moving past that, David Benavidez will do everything he can not to fight him because he's already said he's not going to fight him. So by the WBC stripping their champion Noel on a non-mandatory fight that cannot be made mandatory because Benavidez by no way, shape, or form is even in position to be a mandatory for Noel. So they're breaking their own rules and regulations because if you look up the WBC's guidelines, while you want to talk about codes, the interim champion is the first one that becomes mandatory by the WBC rules for the champion. So if they do deem a mandatory, Noel would have to fight the guy that's got the interim title, not David Benavidez. So they're breaking their own fucking legal regulations right there. Number one and foremost. Number two, AC, I'm not done. Number two, AC, as you can see on the screen, what we've been trying to tell you, what you've been arguing with us about, Shakur Stevenson was never Teofimo Lopez's mandatory. It never happened. It has never happened in the WBC. Whenever they ever had a franchise belt where the lower weight champion is mandated to fight the higher weight champion, or excuse me, the higher weight champion is mandated to fight the lower weight champion moving up. Never happened in the WBC. If it has happened,
so why
please
did
show
you
us.
put in paperwork at 135 for Devin Haney for the WBC when Devin Haney was undisputed and lineal at 135? See, you can't tell me what never happened when there are things that said this exact thing just recently happened.
Who was Devin Haney mandated to fight?
Coming up.
Who was Devin Haney mandated?
Well, Shakur got it mandated.
Who was mandated to fight Devin Haney moving up?
That's what he was supposed to do.
He making stuff up right now. He making stuff up.
Who was mandated to fight Devin Haney when he moved up? Please tell us.
Nobody was mandated to fight.
Okay, so why are you bringing up Devin Haney?
Because I'm telling you what Shakur did at 35. When you asked me, give you an example. Don't move the goalposts. I answered your question.
What did Shakur do at 35?
Flyer, stop, Flyer, stop. You do realize that Shakur Stevenson was already fighting at 135 before the WBC mandated Shakur to fight Devin, right?
What did you say? Repeat it.
Shakur Stevenson was already fighting at 135 when he was mandated to fight Devin. He didn't move up and get mandated. He already had fights at 135. What are you talking about?
With Yoshino, he didn't have fights. He had.
It don't matter if it was one fight or two fights. The point is he had a fight there. He didn't just get mandated from moving up from 130.
He put in paperwork to say now.
Yes, he put in paperwork, but he was ranked. He was ranked. He was
a mandatory spot. He literally had to fight to be the mandatory.
But you're arguing the semantics when I just gave
it's not semantics.
No, hold on.
Had to go up and fight for a mandatory position. He had to fight for a mandatory position. There is no semantics.
Hold on, but this the thing though. You're bringing up Shakur. That's not a situation that's not even remotely close. We're talking about you're comparing. Hold on. You're comparing a fighter who was in the ranking system, becoming a mandatory to a champion, to a unified champion becoming a mandatory to another champion. Once you become a champion, you're no longer in the rankings. You're taken out of the rankings, all the rankings. For all sanctioning bodies, you're taken out once you win the title. He had 2 titles and became the mandatory for another champion. This situation never happened before, ever. It never happened.
But where are you getting this information? Because the sanctioning bodies, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm not seeing what you guys are talking about.
They came out and explained it, bro. They came out and explained why. They came out. Look, Noel was about to fight Ja Opata for the WBC strap, and the WBC came out with this explanation of what I said, explanation of why they was stripping him. They was trying to make. They try to make him. They told him he had to fight Ja Opata. Hold on. I mean, they told him he had to fight David Benavidez, or else he'll be stripped.
And you know what's worse, Flyer, about all this, what he's saying? What's even worse about him bringing up Shakur Stevenson is Shakur Stevenson wasn't even the WBC champion when he went up in weight because he was stripped for missing weight against Conceição.
But he was the former champion. So what are you?
He wasn't even a champion.
No, he wasn't a champion when he got. Yeah, when he fought Constancio.
Again, more semantics. But you asking me.
It ain't semantics.
How is that semantics when he wasn't the champion? He wasn't the champion. Moving up.
Here's the thing: is Ja Obadiah a champion? No, the fuck he's not. He's not a champion in any sanctioning body.
Not Ja Opata, not Ja Opata, Noel, the person he was fighting. No, the person that he was fighting.
He's a Zuffa fighter. He represents the.
Not Ja Opata, not Ja Opata. His opponent, not him. His opponent, Noel McKellian.
I'm not gonna do that. Ja Obadiah is the Zuffa champion. He's represented as the Zuffa
he's
irrelevant.
That's irrelevant.
He's the only one with a fucking Zuffa belt.
We're not talking about Ja Opata. We're talking about Noel McKellian. We're talking about Noel McKellian having a mandatory. We're talking about the champion, Noel being mandated to fight.
Obadiah in the same situation, because if you're telling me
listen. You're trying not to listen.
Let me get it off my chest.
No, because you're trying not to listen. You got to know what we're talking about first. You're trying to play dumb like you don't know what we're talking about. We're not talking about Ja Opata being the champion. We're talking about Noel being the champion.
Hey, freaking flyer, can I say this real quick? Can I say this freaking flyer? Can I say this real quick?
Go ahead, big dog Willie.
Okay. Hold on. AC, hold on. I just want to say this real quick. AC, hold on. Okay. I know we arguing about this, but AC, you have to realize that these same bodies do whatever the fuck they want.
No, they don't.
Yes, they fucking do.
They cannot. It has to go.
They do whatever the fuck they want.
Because you don't own a 501c3.
Dude, it's not about 501c. They do whatever. They made Ryan Garcia a fucking mandatory for what's his name off of a loss.
Approval. They got their board.
That is okay. What it's Salusa or what's his name? That's whatever he wants. It doesn't matter what the board will say whatever he wants him to do. They do whatever they want.
My missus works for a 501c3 as well.
Okay. This tax thing that you keep on bringing up, it doesn't matter. They do whatever they want
because it tells you how the company runs, bro.
I don't know what that has to do with them doing whatever they want. If the board vote, if the board wants to vote on it, they want to make more money, then they do it that way. It doesn't matter.
Listen, I'm gonna say it like this: the same way I dealt with Flyers.
Does anybody else understand what I'm trying to say on here?
In the debate we had,
everybody except for him.
Find yourself wrong. Be man enough to come back here and apologize and say, AC, you was.
What are you telling him to Google? What are you talking about, bro?
They can't do what they want to do.
What are you telling him to Google? What are you talking about?
There is no boss.
Nobody's saying that, but the 501. We're not talking. You can say that all you want. You can say that all you want. We're not talking about that. We're not explaining what they have to do to keep their tax exemption. We're talking about they do whatever they want.
No, they cannot.
Okay.
And
he in denial, bro. He in denial, bro.
I'm gonna tell you that 1,000 miles an hour. They just can't.
AC.
It has to go through the board.
AC.
Yeah.
Hey, what I'm saying though is we never saw a champion become the mandatory of another champion before. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying we never saw a unified champion become
but I don't see the proof of what you're saying because
so you're saying you doubt. So you're saying you doubt. You saying you doubt that. Hold on. Let's be clear. You're saying that you doubt. You don't believe that the situation is happening. That's the situation. You know what I'm talking about. That's what you're saying. You don't believe that David Benavidez is the mandatory for Noel McKellian. That's what you're saying.
I don't understand your question. Because I was.
You said you don't have no proof. It don't show no proof that what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. So you're saying that he's not. So you're saying that David Benavidez is not the mandatory of Noel McKellian.
Well, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna look at it like this. I'm looking at the actual rankings, right?
Is that his
And,
name? Am I saying his
hey,
name right?
I'm asking this question because as far as the WBC is concerned, as far as the WBC is concerned, and their top 10 guys, I mean their top 15 guys that they have, guess who is not there? David Benavidez. You feel what I'm saying? Now I've seen in situations
Yeah, he's not
where
in
a
the
guy
ranking
had a
system.
belt in one division, but he was still ranked in other
That's what I'm telling you. He's not in the ranking system because he's a unified
at
champion.
all. So I'm
I know,
asking.
because he's a unified champion. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
No. You're missing what I'm saying to you. I've seen situations to whereas a champion who is in one specific
Noel
sanctioning body
McKillian.
was
I'm gonna show him when he's done talking.
was in other sanctioning bodies as a ranked fighter. And we kept on asking during the Wilder situation, Wilder, you're the champion of this. Why aren't you ranked any place else so you can press for a unification fight or just ask for the unification fight as the WBC champion to champion to champion? So there were several different ways people were talking about Wilder, downplaying Wilder and saying, listen, you're not ranked in any other jump off and all of this other stuff. And this is where people were saying because he only had that belt, he was being protected by the WBC. So I'm asking this question off of just good faith. If he's not there, anywhere there, the WBC still has the same two guys. I've heard this story kick around for a minute. Guess what? Jai Opata is still ranked number 3. But if he goes up to fight a champion, he will have to get rid of his Zuffa belt. That's always going to be the sticking point because he's represented by Zuffa as their champion. And the WBC and every one of these other sanctioning bodies does not recognize Zuffa as a sanctioned.
We understand all of that. We understand all of that, though. We understand all of that.
What are you talking about? Then
We're talking about Noel. We're talking about Noel McKillian having a mandatory of a unified champion. We're saying that the WBC trying to take this championship opportunity away from Jai Opata has made. You're saying they should, but I'm not arguing if they should or they shouldn't. I'm just saying the mere fact that they did it,
Yeah, but I can't
and David Benavidez is going along with it.
I can't give you the
They're navigating around that guy.
Over there, you have their title. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to go over here, and now you're going to make me lose my tax exempt and my entire.
Yeah, go ahead. You cook after you finish, Tom.
I'm going to bend the rules and bend my own bylaws. I'm going to bend my own bylaws to have a trinket champion come over and fight for a belt, and he can keep the trinket as well. And he won't denounce that other belt as a trinket. This is the reason why he was stripped in the first place. So at the end of the day, until Jai Opata, Suna IBF is not going to get anything. That's bullshit. They're going to laugh him out of the courtroom. What he has to do is drop the Zuffa belt. That's it. He drops the Zuffa belt. Guess where he's sitting number 1 for the WBA. He's sitting number 1 for the WBC. He's sitting number 3 for the IBF. So that's telling him, listen, they will play fair with you, but they're not going to play fair with you as long as you got that Zuffa belt and you're representing yourself as the Zuffa champion. It's not going to fucking happen, Ja. And that's why David Benavidez can't be ducking this nigga because Ja went over there to be by himself. And then now you're going to call a guy out. The fuck out of here, bro. Jai Opata is one of my guys, but I'm not going to rock with him on this because I think it was pussy that you did this, knowing that your next fight, you could have did the Brandon Glanton with the IBF because both you and Brandon were ranked in the IBF. You didn't have to go over to Zuffa to make that fight. And now everybody wants David Benavidez to be the problem? No, it don't work that way, bro. You're the fucking problem because you knew what time it was. The IBF told you a month before, which is part of their bylaws. They told you 2 weeks before, which was part of their bylaws, because you fighting for that Zuffa belt will definitely affect your ranked position in our company.
AC, I got a question for you. Do you think it's going? I think it's going to change. I think that Zuffa's going to have to go back on a lot of shit that they done and have said.
Are. Yeah.
Okay, right. This is what I do agree with you. What you just said right there. And the thing about it is, I can't blame the fighters. The fighters making a bag over there. I can't blame the fighters for trying to make a bag. I think, but Zuffa as a company, they're going to have to realize that fighters, if they want, are going to want some of those belts that are on the 4 major belts. They can't just rock with a whatever that belt is called, the Zuffa trinket, cereal box belt. Yeah, I don't think they're going to rock with that, because the fighters they want the best of the best fighters.
Listen to this aspect of it. The belt is meaningless because they still hadn't had the final vote in Congress, so they wasn't even supposed to make Opata a champion. This is the repercussions of your.
But I don't think. But it is this.
Sorry to come back.
What it is this. AC. It's not. This is what I was trying to tell you from the jump. These sanction bodies, these promoters, whatever, they don't follow the rules. However you want to say it, they don't follow the rules at all. So they can do whatever. And when I say they can do whatever they want, I'm not saying they can just break the laws like the laws that are in place. But when it comes to certain things, and like making people mandatories, or making people do this, making people do that, and there's no reason they break their own laws. They sit there and have a rule in their thing, and Mauricio Suleiman will just change it.
Hey.
That's what it comes down to, and that's what I was trying to tell you when I was saying they do whatever they want.
Can you hear me talking?
What you're saying, but the reality is it cannot happen without the board.
No, but I'm just saying. But if it makes money, it makes sense. You hear what I'm saying?
Yo, Willie, can you hear me talking?
Yeah, we can hear you talking.
Yeah, I was going back. What's up?
No, I got you. I just need Flyer to come back, because everything AC just said, I'm about to dead it by the WBC's website and rules and regulations. I'm about to kill it all in plain fucking bold print. So all that bullshit, all that tangent you went on, AC, you're really about to look foolish, because I always come with receipts with every debate, everything, whenever it's standing on facts. And I'm going to show you from the WBC website how wrong you are. So it's about to happen as soon as Flyer comes back. I just want you to be prepared, because you about to feel the fire like your little devil face. You about to be burdened by these flames. Just be prepared.
The reason why the devil face is there, because it's the devil in the details.
Well, you about to get all the details. You about to get the details from the WBC.
Until the details actually bite them in the ass. Like I told you, Tone.
You about to get bit in the ass. I'm telling you. We just need Flyer to come back so I can share all these screens. And when I start going through these different shared screens, I just want you to sit back, not talk, listen, and then you'll see how wrong you are.
How can I be wrong when I'm a person who's doing this type of thing? Between political groups, between boxing entities, you would be surprised on how many companies are actual 501c3s that the same paperwork they fill
Let me ask you a question, AC.
I have to fill out.
AC, do you know more than the WBC?
About what?
About their rules and regulations. Do you know more about them?
No, I didn't, and I didn't claim to.
Okay, so when they say something and stated officially on their website, everything you say doesn't mean shit.
Okay, so listen. All right, today I announce a rule. Today in my own 501c3, which is called Tools, it's a kosher think tank. I say, you know what? I want to change the rules on how we deliver our information to the website. You feel what I'm saying? I have to have a meeting, whether that meeting is quarterly, weekly.
Why do you keep bringing up 501c? All that means is they're a nonprofit organization. I don't even understand why you keep bringing this up.
They have rules.
Yes, I'm about to show you their rules. I'm about to show you their rules that they have posted.
You keep talking, but you're very bad at listening. I'm trying to express something to you. I keep bringing it up because the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, the IBO. You feel what I'm saying? The WBC are all 501c3 companies, the same as me. The same as me. There is no top tier or lower tier of a 501c3 company.
Do you know there's not all 501? Do you know all 501c's are not the same?
Tony,
Did you know? Wait. AC, you talking about 501s?
501s
are not all the same. You do realize that all 501s are not the same. All nonprofits are classified underneath different nomenclatures. So what I mean by that is you have sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, sub 4, sub 6, sub 7, sub 8.
You can go all the way down to a 501c 25, 27. What I'm telling you is the tax exemptions are different. You may have to file different tax exemption. A 501c3 happens to be the tax exemption of the WBO, WBC, and those other companies. Just like me.
I'm gonna be quiet
They also file under a 501c4. The reason why I know this because I looked it up because I had a debate over the Muhammad Ali Act, and I said to myself, all right, if these companies run like this, they seem to be running much like a nonprofit. So then I Googled, is the IBF a 501c3 nonprofit? Yes. Is the WBC? Yes. They all are 501c3s, and they also have a 501c4 status, allowing for tax deductible donations when it comes down to a lobby. So when a fighter looks like Keyshawn Davis just said, I woke up and I was ranked number 1, that is the biggest gaslight in the world, because it's either somebody in his team or it could have been his manager who had that capability to now lobby the WBO and pay them a fee based on that, which is tax deductible, to get Keyshawn ranked as number 1. That's how the shit works, bro. That's how I know what I'm talking about. You can show me that they make their rules. Yeah, I can make rules, but when it comes down to the board, and I have this long-standing rule. Now, me and the board is meeting. Me and the board is going to discuss, I want to tweak this rule, or I want to do something that's a little bit different than this rule coming up. They have that ability. They can call for an emergency meeting because they have the, I can't remember the person's name for it, but it's a person designated to where all mail, all correspondence go to. That same person is the chief something. That same person can call for an emergency meeting. Mauricio Suleiman, being the son of the founder, if he still holds that founder position, he can call for an emergency meeting. And that meeting doesn't mean we have to meet face to face. That meeting can be, we can meet by phone or we can meet by digital. When you look at these rules, Tony, I'm not making this shit up because I don't want to give people false information. Because once I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'm going to put it out there so every other black business person says, listen, you don't have to fuck around and try to build your personal credit this way to where they're going to fuck you over. If you go this way, all you have to do is this, and that. And here you go. Now you have a business. Now you can go from a lot of other things. You can decide and do whatever you want, but you can't deny the truth, bro.
AC, where do the rules of boxing come from? Do you even know that? Let's see if you know where the actual rules and regulations that all sanctioning bodies have to abide by come from. Do you know where they come from?
They come from within themselves.
No, they don't.
They come also as far as the ABC, the
ABC,
they come
the
from
ABC
the
of boxing,
the UBO, the ABC,
oh my gosh,
UBO, and basically the what's the name tells them whether what they're doing is good. So they work in conjunction, and the ABC is another form of a non-profit, my nigga. That's what I keep trying to tell you, bro. And you're looking at non-profits working with each other, because at the end of the day, a non-profit really can't work with a for-profit company without a special waiver.
Okay, can you stop?
Yeah, come on, man.
Filibustering. All you're doing is filibustering.
I'm
by the rules of boxing. By the rules of boxing that all sanctioning bodies have to adhere to. The rules of boxing that all sanctioning bodies have to adhere to. I had to put it on repeat so maybe it'll sink in. A sanctioning body cannot mandate one of their champions to fight another champion from a sanctioning body. They cannot mandate it by the rules of fucking boxing.
So where is it stated that it's mandated? Show me the proof.
That's what he's telling you.
I don't give a fuck what you telling me. I'm asking for the proof. Paper. Put it, where is it at in black and white, nigga? You can't tell me this goofy shit by words, by hearsay. I'm asking you for proof. Stop it. You talking just to be talking. You're filibustering because nothing you said makes any sense. Everything that I said.
Okay, I've got it right here. I've got the fucking website, you fucking idiot. And I'm saying this because you're making me mad. I've got it from the WBC on their website where they're mandating David Benavidez to fight Noel. Now, here's another thing that you asked for. By the rules of boxing, they can't do this. So now I'm about to cook your ass on another topic when Flyer gets back. I'm just loading up ammunition. Every fucking thing that you say, you're about to get cooked worse and worse.
No, I can't be cooked because I'm actually the only one. I'm actually the only one telling you actual facts. You're telling me something that's you're saying was mandated. How many mandated fights actually go through? Did fucking Devin Haney and Keyshawn that was mandated went all the way to purse bid? Did that fucking fight go through? So shut the fuck up with all of this mandated bullshit. Please, Tony.
Are you slow? Keyshawn Davis chose not to fight him. Flyer, I need you to share these screens real fast so we can kill him.
You're not gonna kill shit, bro, because everything that I said is actually.
Flyer, can you do this, please? Can you do this? Because he's gonna talk the whole time I talk. I need you to share these screens as I show the evidence, break it down from the WBC website, how wrong he is. But you're probably gonna have to put him in the back because he's gonna try to talk the whole time I talk. Because we gonna burn him. We gonna smelt him.
You're gonna smelt me from a guy who's actually.
All right, Flyer. Can you start sharing my screens now that you're back? Can you see it?
What, this right here?
Okay, so I'm gonna share a bunch of screens real fast. All I ask is if AC talks, please put him in the back.
I'm gonna mute myself up so you can make.
As I'm saying, if he talks, he's talking about muting himself. So here we go. I just want to establish this. This is current rankings of the WBC. You have Noel and you have Michael. Okay, this is the interim champion. All right, interim, and you have the champion. Now, I just want to establish this. Now we're going to go to the next share screen. All right, so I'm going to show you where this is coming from. So now we're going to go to the next share screen. Now that we have established who the intern and the actual champion is. All right, here we go again. This is from the WBC. Let's go up here. You see WBC website. Can y'all see that? Yes, you can. Okay, let me scroll down. Right here, cruiserweight. Champion Bandu Jack mandatory versus Noel McKellian, December 13th. Now, what happens? Winner of Jack McKellian granted a voluntary defense, meaning that they are not mandated to fight anybody after they have this fight. Now, I'm about to show you what his last fight was in just a moment. So he gets a voluntary. After the voluntary, it says he has to fight. Where is it? Right here. His first mandatory is Michael, who is the interim champion, because by the WBC rules, the interim champion gets the first mandatory shot. So if you see right here, it says clearly, first mandatory has to be against Michael Shalak. Okay? Now, he has a second mandatory too, who is not David Benavidez, who is Rozicki. Now, let's move on to the Bandu Jack situation just to establish a timeline. Here we go. We're going to a timeline now so you can see when he fought Bandu Jack. All right, let's go here. Now, you can see his last fight was against Bandu Jack. So according to the WBC, Noel gets to fight a voluntary. He cannot be forced to fight a mandatory. If he is forced to fight a mandatory, he has to fight Michael. Now, you can see his last fight was against Bandu Jack, as established against a voluntary defense, which means they cannot strip him. Now, let's move on. Let's go to this just to make it fast. Boom, share screen, and then I got another one after this. I said, can sanctioning bodies mandate a champion from another sanctioning body to fight? No, a single mandatory cannot directly force two champions from rival organizations to fight each other. They cannot do it. It's never been done in the history. If it has, please show us where. You can't do that. You won't be able to do that. Moving on.
That's what I was saying.
Moving on. Past that. Then here you go. This is what you asked for. Did they order the fight? And this is right here from the WBC website. I couldn't get it to load. When I clicked it, the WBC has ordered Noel to fight David Benavidez, breaking their own rules and guideline from their own fucking website, of their own guidelines on their own fucking website. So you got cooked all the way around 360. Please sit in that pot. You're now a crab.
See, you sounded just like a little. Okay. It says ordered. When we see fights that are mandated, you see the word mandated. You're telling me about a fight that was ordered. Okay.
Hey, he's playing semantics right now.
We're looking at going back to when all of these people, and we're talking to one of the biggest Canelo fans, where he wants to act ignorant about how the WBC moves and talking about breaking the rules. But how many times did Canelo actually break the rules with the WBC? So what that would mean was, whatever the situation was when it was brought to the board honored whatever Canelo was going to do and said it's good for business. It's going to generate money. So at the end of the day, like I'm telling you, and I'm going to say,
Share that screen, please,
Google
Flyer.
this. I'm going to Google this.
Share this screen, please, Flyer. Oh, shit. All right, here we go. So you can see it in plain English and writing. The WBC responded swiftly to Friday's news that its cruiserweight champion, Noel whatever, is finalizing a fight with Zuffa boxing champion Jai Opata. Has ordered McKellian to make a mandatory title defense against unified champion David
WBC, or is that an article?
Stated by the WBC's board decision. The fuck is wrong with you?
The fucking board. It's right there, you stupid motherfucker. It says board, Tony. So stop with your bullshit. I've been right all along. The board, motherfucker, makes the final decisions, dude. So shut the fuck up. Please, Tony. And you know you still my nigga.
I don't know how much vulgar you can be. Like, you're the only one writing your own mind. It's crazy how delusional you are.
I'm delusional because this is what I'm doing, Tony. It's not delusion. It's actual reality. You're the delusional one because you thought that this shit was going to happen, knowing that Jai Opata can't fight for any fucking belt because he still holds that trinket. Unless he announced that trinket, that no fight that Jai Opata is going to make is going to go through, especially with a sanctioned body champion. Period.
But AC, before he put that shared that last one, you said that before he shared it, you said that when sanctioning bodies mandate something, they use the word mandate, and when they order something that's different, they use the word order. Yeah, and he put up he shared a screen, and they literally said they ordered it.
No, not from the WBC.
No, it said it was literally says that he said order is not the same as mandated. So I showed what the WBC mandated the fight between champions, which they cannot do by the rules of boxing. Number two, on top of that, I showed you where the WBC had already laid out that the winner, in fact, you can look it up. Any champion who wins the WBC title is given a voluntary. They do not have a mandatory for it's either 12 months or 18 months. They don't have to have a mandatory fucking challenge for 12 to 18 months after winning the title. That's within their rules. So here's what the fact of the matter is. If they strip Noel can sue the fuck out of them like Jai Opata is doing the IBF.
And what you said about the wording that they use, the language that they use, they mandated the WBO mandated a split between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, and they use both languages. They said order the first bid, and they said they mandated. It's a order right here, but when they tweeted it, they said mandated.
From the IRS website, no 501c3 organization can operate or make its own binding internal rules without a board of directors. The state law requires legal board to incorporate. So you need a board of directors to even incorporate to start the thing. So if you don't have a board of at least 3, and most states require 5, New York requires 3. So
what relevance is that though? All I was saying that they did it. I thought you was disputing that. He was his mandatory. Is
I
that?
said it can't be done without getting approval from the board. They just can't make shit up.
I don't care how it got done. I'm just saying it got done, and they're navigating. I'm just saying that they navigating David Benavidez around Ja Opata. It don't matter how they got it done. If the board ordered it or whoever did it, I'm just saying that they're navigating him around them, and David Benavidez is allowing it to happen. He's not putting up a fuss about it.
He doesn't have any say. That's the whole point. David Benavidez does not have any say.
No, he has say. No, you have say. No, you have say. If somebody mandates,
let me say this, and I can show it.
They don't have any power over.
Flyer. Wait, let me say this. And I can post this link too. No. AC. Hold on.
They don't have any power over another champion or another safety body.
Flyer, hold on. I can show you where David Benavidez is the one that petitioned for this shit.
It doesn't matter if he he has to petition. So if he petitioned for something, just like you just said, Shakur petitioned.
His team did it for him.
You petitioned it. They just didn't do it. So if you're gonna bring me shit that tells me David Benavidez petitioned something, you're feeding right into my argument because David Benavidez has no say in what the sanctioning body does. He only can request whether or not the sanctioning body is changing something as far as his status, and he can request that in written information to where the sanctioning bodies have up to
hold on.
Flyer.
To give it to him. Read
Flyer.
the fucking Ali Act, bro.
Flyer.
Read the Ali Act, nigga.
The fact that AC doesn't even realize or understand or comprehend that the only reason why the WBC is doing this bullshit, which is breaking their own rules and regulations.
They're not breaking their own rules.
Okay, AC, I was quiet while you talk. Breaking their own rules and regulations is because Benavidez is a pussy who fucking petitioned for this shit to happen. Had David Benavidez not petitioned to fight Noel, instead of letting Jai fight Noel, potentially beating him and having a belt, which means Benavidez has to fight Jai, it would have never happened. Your boy pussy.
He's not pussy. He's telling Ja, listen, as long as your bitch ass is over there, you can kick rocks, motherfucker. You ain't getting a fight. Because at the end of the day,
that's still ducking, bro. That's ducking.
Hold on. Just like what's the name told everybody, in-house fights are easier to make. As far as the sanctioning bodies are concerned, we're all under one roof, and that's all under one network. So what can happen now is, bro, if you're over there at Zuffa, stay the fuck over there. If you got a belt and you're gonna be represented by them, we're not gonna make a fight with you. That would tell you why Conor Ben is getting ready.
That's not ducking, bro.
No,
that's not ducking.
That's not ducking. That's not ducking. That's saying I got the leverage, nigga. I'm the A side in this, and I choose these fights. And
leverage to not fight you. That's ducking, bro. That's duck talk.
If I want to take this fight from your bitch ass,
that's unbelievable.
Sit the fuck down and watch it, nigga. Because
so you're in agreement. You're in agreement then. Oh, so you agree with us? He ducking him then?
No, he's not ducking shit. He's showing he's the big dog. He's showing he's El Monstro. The monster consumes. At the end of the day, so he's got first right.
How you consuming? You not? How you consuming if you don't want to fight the man?
How are you the big dog when the number one rated guy in the division is Jai Opata? Sounds like you a little scared puppy to me.
Oh, I'm scared puppy. I don't know these niggas from a hole in the wall.
I'm talking about Benavidez is a scared puppy. When you were scared to fight the actual big dog, you're not the big dog. You telling me
the scared guy stayed right where he was. You feel what I'm saying? While the tough guy went over to Zuffa Island as all of these motherfuckers online.
You know what this reminds me of, Flyer? You know what this reminds me of, Flyer? This reminds me of that pussy ass shit that Spence did for years. Talking about, you're on the other side of the street. Why wouldn't I take the easy route? To stay away from Bud for years. This sounds like some pussy ass PBC shit to me.
Hey, hold on.
I understand now. I understand what PBC stands for. PBC stands for Pussy Backed Champions.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's let somebody else get in the conversation. We got my guy P Hunter on the panel. What's good with you, OG?
What's going on, man? What's up, Chet?
Ain't
What's up?
nothing, man. What you got to add on? You want to add on to this
Yeah,
madness?
I mean, Suleiman Suleiman said in the interview that basically David was the 175 champ, and the board can basically vote on whether he can get that mandatory to fight for that cruiserweight belt, whatever. So basically, that's what happened. I mean, all this conspiracy talk and they ducking John. Nah, they just said, yo, we're gonna grab the belt right here and right now. John can get it. It doesn't matter. He's gonna end up fighting John anyway. Now, if he gets 3 belts and the IBF gives John back the belt, then they can make the fight. Or if he gets all 4 belts without John, if he really wants to fight John, he'll make the fight. But the bottom line, he never said he wasn't gonna fight John.
No, bro. He did. He did say he wasn't gonna fight him.
For that Super belt. He said
he did. Yeah. He said, yeah, that's what he said.
Right. So he said we can work it out. I'm just not fighting for the Super belt. So it won't be a duck until it's a duck. I can't start calling somebody a duck on him just trying to make a power move. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make power moves. You're not supposed to just sit back and let somebody else basically dictate what you're going to do.
No. But the thing is that I was saying, this is my whole point. I was saying that Benavidez made it known that he wants to become undisputed, right? Opata was calling him out. Opata wanted to fight him, right? So Opata was about to fight this guy, Noel McKillian, for the WBC strap. Noel has the WBC strap, so they were going to fight. They had a verbal agreement to fight. They're still about to fight. But what happened was the WBC made David Benavidez, who is a unified champion, the mandatory for Noel, another champion, which has never been done before. Hold on. Let me finish. Which has never been done before, and I see this as a means for David Benavidez to navigate around Opata. For them, they're allowing him, they're helping him to get around Opata, because if Opata gets that belt, then his road to undisputed has to go through Opata. Eventually, he's going to have to see him to get that belt, but they're taking that. Hold on, but they're taking that opportunity away from him. They're taking that opportunity away from Opata, so David Benavidez can become undisputed without fighting him. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Fly,
this has nothing to do with the fighters.
Read that.
This has nothing to do with the fighters. It has everything to do with the WBC is beefing with Zuffa. This has nothing to do. I don't care who you put as the fighters. This is going to happen no matter what. This could be Opata, and you could have Usyk at the time when he was a cruiserweight, and they did the same thing. It's about WBC pulling a power move on Zuffa. It's
not true. Let me tell you why that's not true.
Did the same thing.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. The reason why you're wrong is, and evidence shows that you're wrong, because we have a Zuffa guy fighting for the WBC title right now. His name is Conor Ben, and he's about to fight Ryan Garcia. That's Zuffa fighting for the WBC title. That's why everything you just said is incorrect and wrong. Now, I'll read it.
How is it incorrect?
Hold on. I'm going to read this.
Hold on.
I'm going to read this for AC. I'm going to read this for AC. I'm going to read this for AC. I don't know why you're going. Like, I'm not done. Whenever I'm done talking, you can respond. Now, let me read this for the record.
Let him finish. Let him finish, P.
The rare move to order a champion to face another reigning champion comes from after Benavidez's promoter successfully petitioned Team Benavidez. You think his promoter did it without Benavidez's approval? You out your fucking mind.
That's cool. I don't care about that. But you're trying to put Conor Ben in the same situation, and it's really not, because it's no doubt. You think these cats ain't hedging their bets on who's going to win that fight between Conor and Ryan? You think if it was Shakur, and let's say who had the WCB belt at 135 right now? Who has it?
P. Hunter, you're ignoring his point though. You were saying that it's because of the sanctioning bodies having their little war with Zuffa, but he just proved to you that David Benavidez's team petitioned for it to happen. So his team is actually involved with navigating him around them too.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is this: they didn't have to let that happen. They could have like, no.
Who didn't have to let that happen?
The boy could have been like, nah, bro.
Okay.
He gonna fight. He gonna
Hey,
fight.
bro, that's my point.
Whatever.
That's my argument, P Hunter. I'm saying that David Benavidez is allowing his team and the sanctioning body, the WBC to be exact, to navigate him around Opata and not fight him and
No,
become
I don't think.
undisputed without fighting
I
him.
think they're just saying, I want that belt. You sitting up here saying that, well, he has to wait to see what's gonna happen. Because remember, Suleiman said that when they were, he said that, who was it, Ja and Nico, whatever his name is, 6 months went by, they ain't make no traction. That's why he was like, yo, we have to give David the opportunity. So when he petitioned, it just gave him the opportunity. And as far, like I said, as far as Conor, Ben, and Ryan,
They about to fight now, bro.
well, right now, because I guess whatever his name, they made a big stink about it, and Don King has something to do with it. So we'll see how this all turns out. Because if they go to court, they can hold that fight up if they want to. If Don King feels like being Don King. But back to what I'm saying about Conor and Ryan, they're hedging their bets. That's all. Is it like if Shakur was going to fight? Let's say Floyd Schofield had the belt, one WBC belt, right? And Shakur was like, "Yo, I'll fight him for that belt." Yes, they're gonna make that fight. No, I'm sorry. Say it the opposite way. If the WBC is there the fighter that Shakur they thought Shakur couldn't beat, they were gonna make that fight. They're gonna make fights where they don't think the person could beat the other person for that belt. And I've been saying this for months. I said Zuffa's gonna do the same thing. I was like, yo, when Zuffa gets a big name, if they can get a Devin Haney, and Devin Haney could be somebody who's on like more of a traditional from the traditional side, and Devin Haney wins, that makes Zuffa look good. Everybody's jockeying for position to see who's gonna be the man on the block, and that's all this is. So Zuffa's gonna. If I'm Zuffa, I'm doing that too. I need Shakur. I need Shakur to be somebody good that's not signed with Zuffa. Like if Devin would have signed and he'd have beat Devin, that'll look good for Zuffa. This is all they're doing. Everybody's beating their chest right now to see who's, like I said, to see who's going to be the big man on the block. And that's all that's going to happen until somebody works something out. That's why I think that's why the IBF and the WBA or somebody's having that meeting together. Because they're more than likely, if I'm the sanctioning bodies, I'm doing exactly this. I'm like, yo, we're going to make our champions fight each other. If they want to exclude Zuffa out, we're going to make our champions fight each other. Therefore, if I have a WBC belt, they're going to make me fight somebody from the IBF or something like that. This is all that's what's going to end up happening. And they can do it because technically it'll make everything better. Because everybody's been beefing right now. Well, yo, they ain't fighting each other. They ain't fighting each other. Well, if the sanctioning bodies tell a Canelo, look, yo, you got to fight whoever's the champ for the IBF or whatever the case. Well, he ain't got no belts right now, but you know what I mean. And they be like, yo, you got to fight him. We're gonna strip you. They got to start fighting each other. They have to fight other champs from other sanctioning bodies. That's what they need to do to make this thing go. So I think that's what they're doing now. I think basically they're just trying to be the bullies on the block because they can. I don't think it has anything to do with Ja and Ja not fighting. I think they're going to fight. I think the IBF is going to give them that belt back because the IBF is going to want that money.
You think they're gonna fight, but that's the thing. It's not a sure thing now because they're navigating around him by allowing him to get that belt up off of Noel McKillian.
But the point I'm trying
unjustly, may I add, unjustly.
You're assuming.
How am I assuming they're going to strip him if he fight when he fights Ja Opata? They're stripping him. What do you mean? I'm assuming. That's what it is.
You're assuming that's why they're doing it. You're assuming they're doing it to protect David Benavidez. No, they're doing it to keep their belt.
Yeah. What you mean to keep their belt?
They don't want the belt over like status, bro. Frequently, haven't you listened? That's why I said if Shakur beats somebody that's a traditional boxer, that looks good for Zuffa. The WBC, the IBF, WBO, WBA, they don't want that to happen. So they're going to do everything in their power to protect their belts, to keep it on a traditional side of boxing until they work out.
So you're saying the only reason why they're allowing this Conor Ben versus Ryan Garcia fight to happen is because they think that there is a belt. Ryan Garcia has a belt. So you're saying that they think you're saying that they believe the only reason they're allowing this to happen because they believe that Ryan Garcia is going to beat Conor Ben?
Yes, that's why I think they're letting it happen.
To a certain degree, yeah, you could go with that, but at the end of the day, the fight is going through because there is no one representing the Zuffa belt. In Ja Obataya's case, he represents the Zuffa belt. You feel what I'm saying? That Zuffa belt is a conflict of interest to the major sanctioning bodies.
But it's a Zuffa champ. But it's a Zuffa fighter.
By the model.
But it's a Zuffa fighter. But you have a Zuffa fighter in Conor Ben fighting Ryan Garcia though. What if Conor Ben wins?
But there is nothing iconic that symbolizes this as whatever.
So when if Conor Ben beats,
talk about companies, brands, and likenesses, that's when
yeah, I know that. But if Conor Ben beats Ryan Garcia, you don't think they're gonna whip out the Zuffa belt and give it and put it around Conor Ben waist?
They probably would. I would if I'm Zuffa.
If they were smart, if they were smart for their own branding purpose, yeah. But then now, being the mere fact that you don't have the legal rights to put on a championship belt, put on a championship fight in a sense of your belt being represented, then you can go into some sticky.
What's the deal, Tony?
You know what's so funny about all of this? Noel has came out and said that he doesn't care what the WBC is going to do. He's fighting Jai Opata because Jai Opata is the real cruiserweight champion. And what's going to even be more hilarious is when David Benavidez picks up all these vacated titles from Jai Opata winning all these fights, and nobody looks at him like he's a real champion.
The people know who the real champ is. Yeah,
who the real dog is.
No, we don't because nobody ever became undisputed.
They
I know
definitely
this
is
two
not.
Hey, shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. We got
I
2
just
cents on the pound, y'all.
One
I
question,
think Ja and David will be 2 champions.
I just have one
Hold up, P Hunter. We got 2 cents on the panel. Salute, Queen.
I just got one question, and I'm gonna hop off. I can't type or nothing. But how come nobody was upset when they let Terrence Crawford jump up 2 weight classes and skip the line and be ranked #1 to fight Canelo? That was egregious, also.
Canelo wanted the fight though. That was a voluntary fight.
He jumped up 2 weight classes and got ranked #1 in the sanctioning bodies to fight for undisputed. That was also egregious. Wouldn't you agree?
They didn't put him in the ranking system, did they? I thought that was
He did not. You can look at the timeline. He was never ranked. He was never ranked until after he beat Canelo.
That's false.
Yeah, I thought that was a voluntary fight though.
Before the fight, did they not rank him before?
But that was a voluntary fight. But that was a voluntary fight though. 2 Cents. They didn't mandate for him to fight him like Canelo. If Canelo turned down the fight, they wasn't going to strip him. In this case right here, they're stripping Noel for not fighting David Benavidez. The WBC is stripping their champion for not fighting another champion.
But let me ask this question.
I mean, in a way, it's what we've been asking for, for a long time, but it's for the wrong reasons. We've been asking for a rule that makes these champions unify and fight each other, but it's none that exists. But in this situation, we got them forcing.
What you asking for and you complaining? This was wrong. With
only in this one situation, though.
No, hold on. I'm gonna bring up 2 situations that
No,
may
the
show
WBO
precedence
did
to
rank
this
Crawford.
situation. Let me land this plane real quick. Basically, the cruiserweight division that made Alexander Usyk the undisputed champion and lineal champion, that was a tournament style that all the sanctioning bodies came together, including the champions. You feel what I'm saying? And if anybody didn't participate, you were gone. They did the same thing at 140. You feel what I'm saying? So if you already had the sanctioning bodies saying, okay, you must fight in this tournament for undisputed or you lose your belt, that is the same thing that they're doing right now, but not for undisputed, to make a unified champion or also champion versus champion. But the precedence is already there. So at the end of the day, if we have a memory, sometimes we just can't jump on an outrage train and then the conspiracy theory train. Sometimes just let it
This
sit.
has never
let it
been
mull
done
over.
in the
going to
history of
keep happening
boxing.
because
It has
they don't want
never
Zufa
been
to
done.
have those
There is no
belts.
conspiracy.
They don't
There
want
is
Zufa
no
to have those
conspiracy.
belts. It's
This
not that
has
hard,
never
guys.
Hold on,
been
y'all.
They don't
done.
accept that 2 cent. They don't.
They don't
This
want
has
Zufa to have the
never
belts.
been.
It's not
Look,
that
here's
hard.
what
I don't
nobody can
understand
get
it.
around. The fact that y'all cannot circumvent is the fact that this has never been done in the history of boxing. If it has been done in the history of boxing,
Yes, it
please
has.
show an
I
example of
just
it.
gave you
It's
two
never been
examples.
He
done.
just
Yes,
gave
it
you
has. I
Pretty
just
sure
examples.
it
gave
has
you 2
been.
examples. I just
What
gave you 2
example?
examples.
There has never been a champion from another sanctioning body mandated to fight another champion from another sanctioning
They just
body.
did
Yes,
it
it
not too
has. I
long
just told you,
ago.
bro.
Who?
At 140, when Alexander Usyk and all of those guys had to come to, and the other champions
Alexander
had to come
Usyk was
together.
at 140?
No, at cruiserweight, when he was the cruiserweight champion. That's what I say, bro. Stop playing games.
When Alexander Usyk was a cruiserweight champion, who was he mandated to fight?
He was in a tournament style. That tournament was
Hey,
mandated.
hold on, y'all. Let me ask
They
you. Let me
just
ask everybody.
mandated 2 champions to fight not too long ago, right? I'm not tripping. Just a couple weeks ago, right?
No, they
Who?
didn't. No, they didn't. No,
Who? Where? Never.
no, they don't do that. But
I looked that up. I remember us talking about
yeah,
that.
There
no,
has
they don't do
never
that.
been 2 champions mandated from different organizations or sanctioning bodies to
Okay,
fight
it's
each
the
other.
first time for everything, Tony.
Look, though. Let me ask
Okay, let me
everybody a
ask you a
question.
question. No, wait. Let me ask you a question. How do you mandate a fighter to fight somebody when they're not even up for a mandated fight
They
by your
just
own
did
rules
it.
and regulation?
Because
They
they
did
can
that
make
to
up
Devin
whatever
Haney
rules
just
they
now.
want, bro.
Yeah, they
Okay.
make it up as they go along.
No. Listen. The WBC on their own website says Noel has a voluntary
He
defense.
just
before,
wants to win some
before
dumbass
no,
semantic
stop
argument.
talking, AC. And I already showed all these receipts on the WBC's website right now. Look, she hopped off. On the WBC's website right now, it says Noel has a voluntary defense. His next mandatory will be against Michael, who is the interim champion, which is the rules. The interim champion is the first mandatory for the person with the belt. So how the fuck do they circumvent their own rules? 3-way.
Always do that.
By having a meeting with their fucking board. By having a
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I wanted to ask. Hold on, y'all. I wanted to catch 2 cents before she hopped off. I wanted to ask everybody a question since I knew she had to leave early. But let me ask everybody this question, man. If if David Benavidez is saying he want to fight Opata, Opata wants to fight him, why does it make a difference what belt you fight him for? If you're David Benavidez and you say you want to fight Opata, what difference does it make what belt you fighting him for? If you just want to fight Opata. You know what I'm saying? Why even say I'm not fighting them for no Zupa belt?
I mean,
He don't
It's
want to fight.
duck energy, bro. I ain't like when he said that. When he said that, it was I felt the duck energy, bro. When he said that, that's why I ain't like them vibes. And I'm a David Benavidez fan, but I just didn't like that. Ever since I heard him say that after the fight, and then all of this stuff happened, man, it's crazy.
Flyer, let me answer your question. I got it right here. I'm gonna answer it for you. The answer is he doesn't want to fight him. To prove that he doesn't want to fight him, he said, I'm only fighting champions. I'm only interested in champions. So what did he do? He saw that Opata was about to fight Noel for another fucking belt, which means Benavidez would have to fight him by his own word because he's a champion. So what did he do? Him and his team petitioned to get Noel stripped so they could evade fighting Opata. He don't want to
put in the petition.
And that's my point too. And that's my point too.
More ducks right now. If we're going to use it as the precedence for a duck, we have tons of ducks right now. We have tons of them. Plenty of. That means Boots is ducking.
So you saying he one of them?
I'm saying Boots is. You know me. I will lump them up. If we're going to make this a precedent, Boots is ducking Ortiz. David Benavidez is ducking Ja. Who else is not going to fight?
How is that your logic? How you getting that from this? How you getting that from this? That Boots is ducking Virgil Ortiz.
You just say that? Well, if he wants to fight Ja, what does the belt means, right? Right?
No, I'm talking. I'm just speaking on after his fight. After he beat Zerto Ramirez, he said he's not fighting Ja for no Zuffa belt.
Right.
He's not fighting him.
And he also said, but we can. He said we can make that fight. Now, which one you want to go with? I don't know. I mean, I'm not in his head.
I think he said that afterwards because he thought about what he said and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking like a duck right now."
I'm confused though.
No,
Hunter.
he said that it was all the same.
Wait, Hunter. Listen to me. I'm trying to respond to something you said. I'm confused on how Boots Ennis is ducking Virgil Ortiz when Matchroom tried to make the fight with Golden Boy, and Golden Boy was the one that put out the negotiations.
See, again, if we're going to start using things like that as the precedent to say duck, people pull out of negotiations all the time for whatever reason. That don't mean they're ducking. If that's the case, if I wanted to really reach,
that's not what I asked you.
Tank.
No, he asking you. He asking you how is Boots ducking when they're the one who pulled out.
I misunderstood what Frequent said. I thought Frequent said, well, if the belts don't matter and you want to fight that person, then you fight that person. That's what I thought Frequent was saying.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
Then Boots is Boots ducking Ortiz because technically
no, Ortiz is the one who pulled out the fight. So how could
I'm talking about right now. Because
come on, man, he keep pulling out of the fight and stuff and not wanting to fight, and then soon as Boots start getting ready to do something else, then he start acting like he wants to fight. Ain't nobody gonna keep playing games with him, bro. He don't want to fight. He ducked.
We've seen Shakur do stuff like that. We've seen Dev do stuff like that. We've seen Tank do stuff like that.
We ain't never see Dev do nothing like that, bro.
Well,
I don't know what you talking about. What situation you saw Dev want to fight somebody and then not fight, then say he don't want to fight him?
No, I literally heard an interview between Bill Haney and Coach Calvin, and this came up. This exact thing where they was like, yo, I think Bill was doing his shucking, jobbing, stepping and fetching type thing like he liked to do. And Coach Calvin was like, yo, then why don't we just make the fight? And Bill started shucking and jobbing and started two-stepping on his words. He's like, well, no.
I don't remember that. What reality was this in, bro? I don't remember that.
They was in the same competition.
Are you trying to say he ducked Tank?
No, I'm trying to say if we're going to use these types of things as a precedent, everybody's ducking everybody.
No, they're not, Hunter. Here's the fact of the matter. You can't say
Peon is not making no sense.
Let me say this, please. Hunter, you can't say Boots Ennis is ducking Virgil Ortiz when he literally went into business negotiations to make the fight. Had Golden Boy not pulled out of the fight, aka Virgil Ortiz, they would have fought. If I'm coming to you to fight you and you pull out, how the hell am I ducking you?
What was it? Wasn't it over money though?
No.
Hold on. Now, from what I heard, they said
he got a restraining order on Boots. No, he got a restraining order on Boots.
The money situation, Hunter, wait, listen, I'm answering your question. Was it over money?
That restraining order was on Golden Boy.
No, Hunter, you're conflating things. The money issue is now, not then. When they were going to make
the money issue was then.
Listen to me, Hunter. Please let me finish. I'm answering your question. You said, was it over money? No. When they were trying to make the fight, it was not over money. Now it is a money issue. Because why? Because you have a unified champion and Boots Ennis, and they said, Virgil, your price of yesterday is not the price of today. If you want to fight, you're going to have to take way less now that we have titles.
So hold on. So when all the rumors back months ago was like they wanted to offer Virgil $3 million, but he wanted $7 million. That didn't happen way back like a few months ago? Because that's what I was hearing.
No, that's not what happened. I don't think so.
Because I know that's what I was.
Oscar De La Hoya. No, the zone was forcing them to make the fight, and so the only way that they can get out of not making the fight was to have some kind of disagreement internally. You know what I'm saying? And so they start fighting internally. Oscar De La Hoya against Virgil Ortiz and them, and they put restraining orders on people and all of that crazy weird stuff. Because the zone was like, hold on, y'all gonna make this fight, man.
Right, because Oscar and Virgil sued each other. They had Bruce wasn't in no kind of lawsuit with anybody at that time. But what I'm saying, that's what I was saying. I heard that, well, they offered Virgil 3, Virgil wanted 7. That's why he didn't take the fight. I heard that months ago, and I kept hearing it. I was like,
let me ask you a question, Hunter. Let me ask you a question. What's Virgil Ortiz's highest payday? Let's say you're right. What's his highest payday?
It was. I think he was under contract for like $2 million a fight. They offered him 3, and he didn't take it. He was asking for 7.
So what fight did Virgil Ortiz make $2 million in?
I don't know. That's what they were saying.
No. I'm asking you. You said.
I mean, he might have made $2 million against Lubin.
I'm gonna look up the purse for you.
Huh? What's the purse?
Yeah, aircraft. They had a protection from abuse against Boots on Virgil Ortiz, man. A protection for a PFA, protection from abuse, man. A restraining order. Yeah, yes, they did, man. Protection from abuse. That's what we call them here, man. In family and Philly courts, that's what we call them. Protection from abuse, man. Oscar De La Hoya had that put on Boots, man. Protection from abuse for Virgil Ortiz, man.
Okay, I got it right here. The highest purse, according to Salary Leaks, who goes off all their fights, the highest purse Virgil Ortiz has ever made was $500,000.
Versus who?
I'm assuming Lubin.
Because they said he had a contract for $2 million, but whatever.
Hey, we got Rich on the panel. What's good, Rich?
Wait. A contract for $2 million. You know, a contract is a multi-fight deal. How many fights did he have to get to make the $2 million?
Oh, they were saying it was $2 million a fight. That's what I was hearing. Again, I'm hearing this all stuff on this, on these boxing YouTube channels. That's where I'm getting all this information from.
All right, I'm gonna just type in Virgil Ortiz highest purse.
Man, shadow boxing. Vic out here shadow boxing. What's up, Rich?
What's going on? Now, I just jumped in. I was saying what y'all was on, what y'all was talking about. Y'all talking about Boots still?
No, we
was talking about David Benavidez allowing his team in the WBC to navigate him around John Opata to not get that fight.
But real quick, he was paid $2 million. Is his highest paid, not no $500,000.
Against who?
You got that from? For Israel Madrimov, he was paid $2 million. For Boachuk, he was paid $800,000. For Thomas Delorme, March 24, he was paid $250,000. So his highest pay is his highest pay is $2 million. February 22nd, 2025. Israel Madrimov.
AC, whenever I Google what he made against Israel Masvidal, it says $750,000.
I don't know where that came from.
I'm just telling you when you Google it. If you type in Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Masvidal first.
Hey, was that a turkey fight?
Yeah, it was a turkey fight.
Man, come on, man. Turkey ain't paying nothing. Turkey ain't even gonna embarrass itself to pay something small like that, man.
Well, hold on. Yeah, Madrimov.
Well, let's just say, let's run with it. Let's say he made $2 million. His highest purse is $2 million. Then it went down to $800,000. Then it went down whatever it went down to. So his purse depleted after that $2 million fight.
No.
Hold on. How does he? Wait. On what earth on what earth man thinks that he deserves over 3 times his highest purse to fight Boots?
It's 32 million.
The only way I want to take that ass whipping for cheap. That's shit. I would do the same thing. I'm about to fight probably one of the best fighters, top 2 fighters in the world right now. I'm not fighting them for $3 million. I want a lot of money because I know it's a good chance I might take this L. People want to say, well, boxers don't believe they can lose. Nah, bullshit. Boxers believe they can lose when they fight certain
aircraft carrier. I've been posting every fucking link all night. How am I full of shit? If AC found $2 million, I'm gonna take him for his word. Whenever I type in on Google, it says
y'all smash the like button, support the channel, man.
So I don't know what you're talking about, aircraft, because literally, if you type in Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Masvidal purse, it says $750. You want me to share the screen to show you?
But
again, here's what I'm going to say. Let's say AC is correct, and I'll run with that. If he made $2 million as his highest payday, what makes him think he deserves $7 million to fight Boots? On what planet, when you're coming with no belt, you're not a champion, you've never been a champion, do you deserve 3 times your highest payday?
Turkey.
Hey, y'all get the likes up, man. If you ain't smashed the like button already, go ahead and smash the like button.
On
We
this
got
one, Tony,
45
It's simple
people
as
in
that.
here,
It's
and we
turkey.
only got like 27 likes, man. It's nasty work, man. Smash the like
on this
button.
one, Tony, I gotta rock with you and be like, yeah, I do agree, and that's why I think that whole first negotiations fell apart because you're asking for 3 point something times your actual highest value. You feel what I'm saying? Come with something reasonable, but here's also the caveat. Yeah, I could start off high, and then we meet through the process of negotiation, we come to a fair number that we're both happy about. You feel what I'm saying? That's where it was just like, oh, he said 7, we're just gonna gate. We're gonna step on that. I'm like, yeah, but y'all could have negotiated. But the 7, Virgil, maybe if you would have said 6, you may have kept him at the table, knowing that you probably was gonna get 4 point something to maybe 5 at best, maybe 5.5 best. You feel what I'm saying?
Who was paying for the fight? Was it a matchroom or was it if it's ring? He should have got. He should have been able to get the money if it was ring.
It would have been a DAZN fight, I believe.
Oh, yeah, and the zone wasn't gonna pay him that money. But if it was Turkey, he'd have paid him.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, there was rumor. I don't know if it was ever true that Turk was looking to make that fight. Maybe Flyer know that a little bit more.
Nah, that was earlier. That's the whole
Well,
thing when they was like
here's
Boots
my
is ducking
thing.
Virgil the first time. They was like Boots is ducking Virgil because he ain't take Turkey said he needed tune-ups or something crazy like that.
My only thing with the Boots fight is $3 million. If $2 million is your highest purse, all right, and you've only made over $1 million one time. So $2 million is your highest. You've never had another fight over $1 million except for that $2 million. I think $3 million is a fair price. On top of that, you got to remember the fight right before he was supposed to fight Boots. He got his ass whooped by Bokachoke and won by robbery.
No, but he's coming off the stoppage of Lubin. So in terms of
no, that's now. That's
hold
now.
on, let me just say this. In terms of
no. AC. That he's coming off of the win over Lubin now.
Yeah,
back when they were talking about it was right after Bokachoke.
No, but when the fight actually got serious, when he got in the ring, that was after the Lubin knockout.
Yeah, that was after the Lubin fight.
You feel what I'm saying? So in terms of recency biasness, right? Recency bias on both the fighters' side. What was the last thing the suit saw? What was the last thing the money saw? They saw Boots in a really good, exciting fight. You feel what I'm saying? With why am I brain farting right now? The Puerto Rican dude.
Xander
Zayas.
Yeah. So you're seeing him come off a phenomenal, maybe epic, maybe legendary 3rd round. You feel what I'm saying? Then getting a stoppage at the end of the fight. You feel me? Virgil's coming off of a impressive stoppage of Erickson Lubin. So perception wise, $5.5 million is where the fight should be.
But what is Lubin ever done?
Just off of what the guy's last performance do, and then
AC, but here's my question for you.
That.
Here's my question. If you're using Lubin as the measuring stick, Lubin has lost to every champion he's ever fought.
No, you're missing the point. We're talking marketing.
He talking about the optics, though. He talking about the optics
and optics. Strictly on those things, you have so much visual optics to build that fight. You're gonna see Virgil just mauling Lubin up against the ropes. You're gonna see Boots and Xander in that 3rd round, and then you're gonna see the last punch, and they're gonna show that shit in slow motion with Xander taking that breath after that 3rd knockdown, and then looking over like, whoo. You feel what I'm saying? All of that stuff is great optics to build this fight, so that would let everybody know that this fight could happen in Vegas. This fight can happen in Texas at one of them big ass arenas, and it's gonna sell. It's going to sell. What people forget is Virgil is going to bring a market with him. Virgil.
Hey, how we get over to Virgil and Boost though? We supposed to been talking about Ja, Opata, and Noel.
I'm just talking about optics to that. But
no, how we got here, Flyer was Hunter tried to say that Boots was a duck because
I'm saying, but because my whole thing with that was if it's right now, Virgil even said, "Well, none of these cats are signing." If we listen to boxers, yo, Virgil just said that on YSM. He was like, "Yo, well, no one's signing a contract." I mean, that's trash talk, but that's what Virgil was saying. But what I'm saying
Virgil
is
is
this:
not good though. Like
we
Virgil
can't
is not
keep
a good
calling
fighter.
people ducks for the smallest things. Even with Keyshawn and Dev, if Keyshawn's saying, "Yo, I want more money to fight him," yeah, he ducked and he ducked for money. But I'm never going to be the one to be like, "Yo, he ducked. He should have fought him. He should have took that pay." No, you're gonna get, if you don't think that's enough money to get paid to fight somebody, then that's what you feel. That's what you think. I can't tell him.
No, it's a price out. Price out is a duck too, bro. He's a duck.
Yeah, he can price himself out, but
He only got 15 fights. He didn't even belong in the mandatory position. He got gifted that, you know what I'm saying, thrown up there without his knowledge.
I just cannot.
And it was a big payday for him. $3 million.
Look, this is my problem. This is my problem with Virgil. I cannot get over the fact that I watched Boca Chuck beat his ass. I can't get over that. Like, there's nobody gonna convince me this dude is a top tier fighter when Boca Chuck whooped his fucking ass and got robbed.
Yeah, we're not talking about Virgil though.
No. I'm just saying, like in the whole scheme of things, to think that Boots Ennis is scared of fucking Virgil Ortiz is just ridiculous. Virgil Ortiz never been a champion. He was a mandatory for Terrence Crawford. Never cashed in to fight Terrence Crawford.
No, he was an interim champion. He was interim.
Interim don't count. I'm talking about a real champion. On top of that, this dude had rhabdo more than once allegedly. He's missed several fights that he was supposed to go to for whatever reason. Couldn't make it to the damn fights whenever they were being talked about getting made. Virgil Ortiz, you don't even know if he's going to show up to the fight. On top of that, when you look at Boots Ennis, why would I even fight Virgil? You've done nothing in boxing as of yet, and I'm here on the cusp of being undisputed in 154. Why would he fight him over Josh? Excuse me, why I say Josh? Josh Kelly. I was almost about to say Taylor. Why would he fight him over Josh Kelly, which is an easy in-house fight to make, or fight him over Fundora, which would do way bigger numbers than Virgil?
I'm in agreement with that. That's the same shit that I say.
Wait, you think Fundora do bigger numbers than Virgil? I don't know if I believe that, man.
Not in if that fight happens in Texas,
Texas will sell out.
That's gonna be a big deal. That's gonna be a real big deal. If it happens, if it happens in Philly, it'll be a real big deal. It all depends.
Boots versus Virgil was a bigger fight than Boots versus Fundora, in my opinion.
Hold on, what you just said, Free?
You know, more people know.
I said Boots versus Virgil is a bigger fight than a Boots versus Fundora fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because this is a fight that's been cooking since 147.
Yeah,
it's got more history in it.
Fundora is a bigger name.
I would say this: the only
Virgil
fight,
Ortiz.
the fight that I would
Hold on, I don't know about that either. Fundora ain't no bigger name than Virgil Ortiz. You tripping now? I was riding with you when you was saying he was never a champion and all of that stuff. He's definitely a bigger name than Fundora, bro.
Wait a minute. On a global scale, Virgil Ortiz is a way smaller name than Fundora. Fundora has actually fought all the way and beat up Tim Tszyu. Like we talking about a dude who's been international versus a guy who ain't never fought nobody. Like, what are we talking about? Who is Virgil Ortiz?
Virgil Ortiz fought in Riyadh, didn't he?
You gotta check into.
Didn't he fight in Saudi? Didn't Virgil Ortiz fight in Saudi?
Yeah, didn't he?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
But what does it matter?
I think so. I think he did fight on a Riyadh card because I think he did.
My question is, who has Virgil Ortiz ever beat? Who? Erickson?
It doesn't matter who he beat; it's who he is.
He's a nobody.
Madrimov, yeah.
He fought. Okay.
No, I think he's a bigger name than Fundora. Who has Fundora beat? The same person you
Well, he beat Keith Thurman.
Ragging on. He beat Lubin, the same person.
But he stopped Keith Thurman.
Well, he rearranged Lubin's face.
Is bigger than any.
But it's the same person, is what I'm saying, though.
What do you mean? He also fought Tim Tszyu twice. He also took out an old school OG, once upon a hairline, Keith Thurman.
Oh yeah, he did beat Keith Thurman too.
But what you have to
Yeah,
understand is that
his resume might be better, but that don't
Yeah, he
mean
do
that
got a better
right,
resume.
he's the bigger
he got a
star.
better resume. But he's
But
not
his
more
name,
known. I would argue that. Yeah, I don't think he's more known than Virgil
his
Ortiz,
name
though, bro.
recognition, and as far as media covering him, he doesn't get half the coverage that Virgil Ortiz gets.
Nope.
Like
I just don't
Fedora
agree
get
with that.
coverage
I
when
don't
he
agree with
fights.
that. Like
No,
Fedora's
Fedora
been
gets
selling out
coverage when he
arenas.
fights. When Fedora's not fighting, nobody's talking
I
about him.
think you just don't like Virgil. Sometimes you can't let your emotions get in the
And
way,
I don't
bro.
like
Virgil
Fedora.
is
I
never.
tell people all day
Wait.
long.
No, it's not
I
that.
do not.
Virgil has never
I
even
do
sold
not
out
like
an arena.
Fedora.
Fedora has.
You gotta I think I'm gonna have to tell you, put your shirt back on, bro.
Fedora
I
sold
mean,
out again too.
I'll rip this shit in half. I'm standing 10 toes deep. I'm
Hold on.
riding this shit to the fucking grave. Like, you're
Fedora
not gonna
sold out
convince
against Keith
me.
Thurman or the sellout?
Virgil Ortiz ain't even a main event fighter. He ain't even a main card fighter yet.
You on the verge of becoming a tankomaniac, bro. You gotta put your shirt back
I'm
Well,
on, man.
not, because I
him
mean,
versus
unlike
Lubin, I
Tank,
think that was
Fedora is actually making
him
moves at
versus
154.
Lubin. I think that was his first main card fight, like his first show. I think that was his breakout shit. Main card, he's headlining the show. Him versus Lubin. I
That was
think,
the headliner?
yeah. There was no fight after he fought
Who the
Lubin
fuck watched that?
because that's when Boots jumped in the ring. The fight,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
You know, I don't know if the Madrimov fight was main card. I think it might have been co-main or something. Yeah, it was co-main to wasn't that co-main to the one of the who was it? Baturviev versus Bivol?
I can't remember.
Wasn't that on that card? I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. Yeah, co-main. Yeah, it was the co-main. Yeah. All right, aircraft. Thanks a lot, bro. Yeah, it was the
So
same.
again, he's not even a main event fighter. Like, get the fuck out of here. Look, Virgil Ortiz, to me, is what Boots just was. He's a what if. We don't know how good or how bad he is. Boots has already proven how good he is by his
But
win
at
over.
least Roach had a belt, bro. Come on.
What I'm saying about Virgil is he's still a question mark. We don't know what he's like on the world level. We don't know what he's like against an elite. We have no idea.
What's going on, Flair?
Who the fuck watched him fight Lubin? What did they have, like 10 of us watching it?
Who watched it?
Like
what's up with you, man?
This panel and this chat are
I
the
got a
only people
question.
that watch the fight.
I got a question.
Hold on, y'all. I want to know what HLB. What's his thoughts on that? HLB. What's your not the Boost and Virgil thing? I'm talking about the Ja Opata. Do you feel like Ja Opata is being navigated around? Do you feel like David Benavidez is being navigated around Ja Opata? Like, he's being avoided?
Of course, man. He's got the same Keyshawn flu, man. Dude is protected big time. He's been protected. You know, so that's a fact. I don't look, man. Until he lets go, or until he grows a set of balls and gets away from Samson Liquids, he's under the PBC protection plan. That's what he's up to. That's all he's been doing. So I have no faith in that dude at all.
Who else was he supposed to fight besides Ja that he ducked? That y'all think he ducked?
He could have stayed at 175.
Beterbiev.
Bivol. He could have
stayed.
Hold on. So he was supposed to wait for them to figure out their whole thing?
There was no waiting. There was no waiting. He could have fought Beterbiev, or excuse me, Beterbiev. He could have fought him instead of fighting Zerto. They already had the fight pretty much made, and then he just out of nowhere skirts him to go fight Zerto, who's fucking ass.
Wow.
Bro, the guy moves. That guy moves like that.
Almost, aircraft. Almost.
No, it ain't no almost. It's a fact. That's a fact. That guy's been look, man. He only went up to 175, knowing that they were gonna position him because to be able to get a free belt, because that's what he did. This is the only what is he like? The only 3-time email champion in the fucking history of boxing. Come on, man.
Yo, I need Shelton Moore to come in here because Shelton Moore will tell you like
Yeah, Zerto trash.
Yo, Shelton Moore will tell you like 6 years ago I was calling Zerto ass.
Blue, what's up, Blue?
Yeah, I mean, nobody ever thought. I don't think anybody thought that.
You are.
Nobody ever thought that Zerto was that. I think Zerto was on the same trajectory like Munguia. There were two guys with like 30+ odd fights ready to break Mayweather's record without fighting a damn soul. So
Exactly.
we know that they're not real. No,
why couldn't Opata make the fights with him?
No, he's the lineal champion. He's the king of that division. The motherfucker goes up there to fight
He's
Zerto.
not lineal. He's a ring champion.
He is the lineal champion at one.
He is the lineal champion, AC. He's literally the lineal
champion.
He's the lineal champion.
Oh, whatever. You tomato. He's the man in that division. He's the man in that division. And Mr. Tomato Can Crusher Benavidez does not want to fight him, bro. He doesn't. He just doesn't want to fight him, you know? Now, going back to what you guys were just talking about real quick, I agree with Tony on that shit, too. Fundora and Virgil, I'm not saying they're leaps and bounds, you know, one bigger than the other, but Fundora is a more established name. He is the more established.
There you go.
He's the more established name, but he's not the bigger name.
AC, here's another thing you were wrong about. Opata has been lineal.
Is that Tony review?
I just been dropping these receipts all night on AC.
But you're just trying to prove a semantic point.
There's no semantics. HLD said he is lineal, and you said no, he's not.
Nothing gets done without the board's approval.
What does that have to do with HLD saying he's lineal?
Rules, it can't be done without the board's approval. Period.
What board approval are you talking about?
No, they talking about two different things. He's talking about something totally different.
AC's mad that he was proven wrong earlier. Receipt at a receipt.
Listen,
HLD, you clearly just said that Opata is lineal, and AC said no, he's not. He's the ring. I just showed that he's lineal. You were right.
He's the ring champion. He's not lineal.
I just showed you on the screen. He's lineal.
We only have maybe 2 or 3 real lineal champions. Guys who actually beat the man who beat the man, who are part of the history.
He's going under the microscope.
When you just arbitrarily,
he's going under the microscope.
AC, he did beat the man. Marius Breedis was the man who dominated the division after Usyk left. Marius Breedis was the lineal champion until Opata dethroned him. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, who did Breedis beat to become lineal? Or they just gave
that's the question I was going to ask him.
He ran through the division.
So who was the lineal champ that he beat? That's what I'm asking.
Okay, let me say this. Do you know how you become lineal?
Yeah, you have to beat
sometimes
it's like two. I know it's 2 ways you can do
it. Right, exactly. Sometimes when you got a guy like the previous,
you can petition for it, or one or two have to fight for it.
You don't petition for it.
No, you can't petition
for it. It's either you beat the man who beat the man, which is the more.
That's
7 divisions in a row, right?
Or Ring Magazine.
Or it's 1 and 2 fight.
Or Ring Magazine has number 1.
No, you have to clear out the. You have to definitively clear out the vision and beat the
No, it's 1 or 2 fights.
It's not that hard.
1 or 2 fights.
You ain't got to clear.
It's 1 or 2 fights.
It's Ring Magazine has the rankings.
1 and 2.
Ring Magazine has. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
For Ring, that's not lineal. That's for Ring.
What?
Lineal.
That is lineal.
No, it's
there is a difference, guys. There is a difference.
There's a difference, but it's tomatoes because there's not much. That's just part of the same fucking batch. They're in the same cart. Yeah, they're going the same way. Either you beat the champion or beat the champion, or they have to establish a new lineal champion line. But they have to. They still have to.
Jerron became a lineal, as y'all would call it, a lineal champion at when he fought Stanionis. That's based on what the 1 and 2 was, and that's how it was justified. And it was like, but neither one of them cleared out the division definitively. Neither one of them was a prominent figure. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford.
Because
yes, that's the way it
goes. You cannot. They cannot.
Dynamic of it.
That's the way it goes.
That was a real lineal fight.
We get it.
Oh my goodness. AC, do you realize that lineal has been broken several times because 1 or 2 things happen? I let you finish because 1 or 2 things happen. One, the lineal champion retires as lineal, or 2, they move out of the division. Once that happens, the second way to become lineal is you establish who the man is.
So number 1 fought number 2. So Breeders fought 40 beat.
Now that's where you got ring magazines established.
Yeah, you're talking about the ring. You're talking about the ring magazine belt now. The ring belt.
It's the same belt.
No, Lineal is not really a belt, bro. The ring belt usually goes to.
You just said it. So we're using one belt and the other one is whatever that doesn't exist. So I get it. You wanna go down the lineage from way back when. Well, guess what? And then none of these motherfuckers are lineal champions.
No, listen. No, hold on. Listen, HLD. Who has the ring belt at 154? Nobody, right?
Who is
Jamel Charlo is lineal at 154.
Go to Ring Magazine and see if they recognize him like that.
I mean, but I'm telling you how I'm demonstrating how it's separate. It's two different things. Jamel Charlo never lost, so therefore he's the lineal champion. He's lineal, but he don't have a Ring Magazine belt. It's two different things, bro.
After 18 months of inactivity, you are retired from that.
Okay, I don't care about Charlo. Hold on, AC. I'm going to answer the question for you.
That's not true because Tyson Fury left, and when he came back, he was still the lineal champion. Tyson Fury.
Okay, so listen. The reason why Marius Bradis became the lineal champion is because all the top tier guys at cruiserweight after Usyk left, they had a boxing super series. Bradis was the one that won the boxing super series, which made him the man because all the other top fighters knocked each other off and Bradis was the last one standing, thus becoming lineal. You don't know what you're talking about.
Who are you talking to?
And those
It's talking about what did Bradis do to become lineal. I just told you he won the boxing super series, which had all the top cruiserweights of the time.
The hardcore explanation that you guys want to give on the lineage, there's no written rule on that. Let me tell you that for a fact. There's no fucking who establishes that? Where is it documented that that's how it's followed? What are the rules to that? You're not gonna find it like that. Are you gonna?
When you're talking about that, you're talking about the ring belt. You're talking about the ring belt.
No. I'm talking about the lineage. Where's the rules for that?
Oh, the lineage is the man who beat the man. If the lineal champion never gets beaten, then he's still the lineal champion.
Who established?
There's no belt or anything like that. It's just a term that's given to the person who beat the man. You know what I'm saying? The lineal champion.
It's an unrecognized term.
You can never be as the lineal champion. You just retire as the lineal champion.
Aircraft carrier. There was 2 boxing super series. There was one that Bradis was in that made it to the finals to fight Usyk. Usyk won the first one. Then he vacated all the titles by going up to heavyweight. Because he left the moment he became lineal, then they reran the tournament. So that's how Bradis did it. Bradis came in second in the first tournament. Usyk vacates, leaves. Then they have another boxing super series where all the top dogs fought again, and Bradis came out.
That's how they determined the ring champion.
No, that was for lineal. For Bradis.
What year was this?
The boxing super series?
Yeah, that you're talking about.
I think like 2020, 2019, 2020, somewhere around there.
Only 2018. I'll adjust it and put in that what you said 20.
Bottom line is Jaya Pataya is the king of the cruiserweight division.
It was like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. I don't know. I have to Google it.
2018 was when Usyk.
Yeah, he is the king. They gave him the belt. He's got a Zuffa belt and a lineage belt.
Okay, listen to me, AC. There was 2 boxing super series.
I'm asking what year you're telling me in 2019, but I'm telling you in 2018 that was the last one that comes.
No, it wasn't. They had one with Usyk. Usyk vacated, then they ran another boxing super series at cruiserweight.
What I'm telling you, and you just
okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna bring it up. We're just gonna bring it up.
No, I'm looking it up right now. I'm asking you, for what year was that one? Because right now, the only one that's coming up,
I got it on the screen.
I got it on the screen. What year? I'm asking you because the only one that's coming up as I'm Googling it is 2018.
I got it on the screen.
Are you using Google or are you using like maybe your
I got
own
it on the
Yahoo?
screen. I got it on the screen. As soon as
Using
Flyer
Google.
shares, as
I'm
soon as
asking
Flyer
what
shares,
year?
here you go, right here. Look at this. So here's the first, just like I said, first boxing super series right here, World Boxing Super Series. Went up here, the last two, the finals was against Usyk and Breedis. Usyk then leaves. He goes to heavyweight. Now look at this. There's another boxing super series that they run at cruiserweight. And guess who ended up winning it? Marius Breedis wins.
12-round majority decision.
Year. Can you just tell me the year?
September 20th, 2020 was when it concluded. It began in 2018.
Damn, that took
Hey, look, somebody we've been talking about. Here's Noel. Wow. Noel gets brought up where we started. Who Marius Breedis beat?
I don't know. What?
AC, can you look at the screen? All right, I'm closing this.
Damn, homie.
Okay, so he won the Super Series to become the ring or to become a lineal?
Lineal.
Damn, homie.
I think he won the ring. So he got lineal. I don't remember if he got lineal and ring at the same time or in the next fight he got the ring belt after becoming lineal. But the winner of the Super Series was the one that became lineal. That's how Usyk became lineal at cruiserweight, because Usyk didn't beat the reigning lineal champion. There was no lineal champion when Usyk did. In fact, I think the last lineal champion before Usyk was Evander Holyfield. I don't think there's been a lineal since Evander Holyfield, and he'd been gone. So then Usyk won the Super Series, became lineal. He goes up to heavyweight, which fucked up the lineal because they had just made a new one. And then they reran it, and Breedis came out on top. In the first one, he came in second, and the next one, he came in first.
Hey, man. Hey, man. AC.
What?
Let this nigga know he bullshit, man. Tell Tony Reviews he got life fucked up.
Hey, yo, Fly, I have a question.
Something. Hold on.
So Tony over here trying to act like he dropped the mic and shit.
Yeah, I know, but he that's just his. We knew this nigga long, but we just know that's what
he didn't. He didn't have to drop no mic. He just laid it down and the
right. If you wrong, you wrong. I mean, what's wrong with being wrong?
Bro, it's like there was nothing to drop. It's like, bro, so let it be written. So let it be done.
I'm looking. So you can see where he's saying one thing.
Hey, to get cooked by Tony, man, you a wild guy, man. To get cooked by Tony.
You know what's crazy? Rich always gets cooked by me, and all his picks are always wrong. Every time he picks against me, his fighter loses.
Oh, man.
Who's he? Who did you just say that about?
Rich, the guy that was talking.
Oh.
They got cooked, man.
Yeah,
but
I got a link in the background if you want to share that one too. It'll show you when the Super Series started and when it ended.
All right.
Hey, Fly.
Tony.
Hey, Fly.
All right, hold on, Rich. All right, Tony, we got it.
Hey, Fly.
No, I was saying AC wanted to know like the whole date, so I put it up there so he could see it.
Yo, what's up, Rich?
Hey, so what y'all saying? So y'all basically saying that David Benavidez is ducking y'all time.
100.
Y'all bringing up shit with Usyk and all them niggas back to back 6-7 years ago. That's what y'all doing? Just say that he's ducking.
We were bringing up the fact that he's ducking today.
He's not ducking nobody.
But how though? I'm confused. Like, cause he.
Okay, I'll give you a breakdown of what's going on. I'll give you a breakdown, Rich.
Yeah.
I don't know what's at. So this is a breakdown of where we're at.
Hey, that's not how I put it though. But go ahead. You can break it down.
Nah, break it down for me.
So here you go, Rich. This is the breakdown, and then Flyer could correct me because he's back now. So here's pretty much what's going on. David Benavidez said he's not going to fight Jai Opata because he's no longer a champion, that he's only interested in fighting champions. So what ended up happening was David Benavidez tried to fight Noel. However, Jai Opata challenged Noel, and Noel said, I want to fight Jai Opata because he's the real cruiserweight champion. So that fight was made for his voluntary defense by the WBC, which means if Jai Opata beats Noel, he now has a belt again, and Jai Opata has to fight him. So what happened was Jai Opata and his team, according to what's been reported, petitioned the WBC to have Noel stripped so he no longer has a title when he fights Jai Opata, which means Jai Opata beats Noel, the WBC champion, gets no belt, and now David Benavidez doesn't have to fight him.
You're halfway correct there, Tony. What happened was the WBC, this is something unheard of, mandated to become a mandatory to Benavidez for his WBC
Hold
belt.
on. That's because David Benavidez petitioned for it, and they and what's the name gave John Opata 6 months. Hold on.
Well, no, you interrupted me. I know
I am.
What ended up happening? Yo, the thing is, when have you ever heard someone mandating a champion to have to fight another champion? That's unheard of. This guy's not a contender. He's not a prospect coming up. He's the fucking champion. But the WBC in their corrupted ways, what they did is that they mandated Old Boy to fight Benavidez. Old Boy said, because Zuffa offered him the big bag and said, fuck you, I'm taking the big bag. And he already announced, and I expect to be fighting for my WBC belt on the line. That's what happened with that. Now, Benavidez, the same thing he did when he went up to 175. He knew that Bivol had a rematch clause and all that shit with Better Beef, and he played his way into trying to get that belt, and he did. They stripped him so he could get a belt, become called a paper champion. I mean, this guy, this is all he does. That's all he's been doing. It's all he's been known his entire career. The only real first champion he's ever been was Zerto, and that's it. Nobody else.
Damn. Yeah,
he's never been a champion. He's never been a champion until he fought Zerto.
You say he the cleanup man. He just pick up belts.
No, that's it. I mean, that part, Tony, is what I was going to say. That's what happened there. Now, what's happening now, I don't know if they're suing Don King. And I want to know what Mauricio Sulman is going to say now. Is he going to fold? Because he knows there's more money on that side than on this side. And he'd be able to have two belts on the line because it'll be Ryan Garcia with his belt, and then having Jai Opata fighting for the WBC belt right underneath that the co-main. I don't think he's gonna strip Old Boy. I think that'd be really stupid that he does that. You have two belts on the line. WBC is gonna be everywhere on that card. I doubt that he's gonna strip him. But that's the only thing I wanted to correct you on.
Yeah, but the thing is if he strips him, then Noel should be able to sue the shit out of him. Because on the WBC's website right now, it still has it up that the winner out of Bandu Jack and Noel get a voluntary defense. And then their mandatory will be the interim champion, which is Christian, whatever his name is. So they're breaking the rules that are currently posted for him winning the belt on their website right now, which I showed earlier.
WBC's quiet, bro. If you know, WBC had he's just kidding. He put his foot down.
But again, that dumb shit is irrelevant because they're not breaking their own rules when they can't make their own rules. It has to go through the fucking board, bro. You can keep saying that dumb shit. It don't get true, Tony. Seriously, bro.
This nigga AC came through with his bat swinging.
You can't.
That's how he's doing it swinging, bro, because he ain't hitting shit.
And you cannot sanction for a fighter to be stripped.
Hey,
the fuck is talking
about? Here's what I'm gonna tell you, AC. It's gonna be funny as fuck when Jai Opata wins his lawsuit against the IBF, and it's gonna be even funnier if the WBC.
And you the same motherfucker that
hold on, AC. Let me finish. I know you're getting emotional. It's gonna be even funnier if
not my Jai Opata, not my David Benavidez.
You know what, Tony? What may happen?
Tony
if the IBF is smart, IBF is smart, they're just saying, "Look, man, we're gonna be done with this lawsuit. We're gonna give him back the belt." and so that the IBF could be also on. Bro, it's going to be a massive.
They still have him ranked. They're telling him the trinket that you got is not even legal.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The trinket that you got
they're
is
going to
not
end up
even
giving
legal.
him his
They're
belt.
not playing with you.
So that both the WBC and the IBF
the contract
could be on the
still
line.
has you as their champion.
That would be the
Their
smart thing for the
ranking
IBF
system
to do.
still has you as their champion.
Yo, AC, are you talking, bro? I don't know what the hell you saying.
Are you
but
talking?
If the IBF is smart, before that fight happened, they say, you know what, we're going to give you the belt back, and then they can have both the WBC and the IBF in a big platform, everybody watching. I think that's what they should do.
I think they're going to do that. You know why I think they're going to do that? Because the IBF has not even announced a new champion, nor a fucking fight for the belt.
Exactly. It's prime that they can do it because it causes no prejudice against any other champions that may have gotten out the belt. They can't strip another champion. They don't have to do that because the belt is still vacant. So I think it's a smart thing for them to do. The thing is that Zuffa themselves, look, they fucked that up that night. I don't care what anybody, they did. And they have pivoted from their strategy. They were trying to come in, bullnose, pedal to the metal, try to become the big boy on the block, but it backfired. And since then, now you see how they're playing around with everybody else, with all the other champions. They're acting just like a regular promoter. They're not trying to be the Zuffa League right now because the Ali Act is not there yet. So until then,
the reason why is Dana White. This is what I believe. Dana White is friends with Trump, and I think Dana White thought that it was going to get this Ali Act passed through the Senate way faster than it's been moving.
Exactly,
and because it did not, it threw a wrench in their plan.
It sure did. It sure did.
That's what you get for fucking with Trump. That's what you get for fucking with that nigga. Don't shit work out with that clown. But other than that, bro.
It's gonna get passed through anyway. Who the hell just bought Warner Brothers and shit? Why do you think that happened? It's because
that's wild, man.
Bro, at the end of the day,
so he just basically came in for right now though, just started a whole nother just company.
He came in too headstrong. And he needs to understand that the law it's the law. He can't just go against the Ali Act right now. He needs to have the Ali Act Revival Act passed until then. So I really think the IBF I think they gotta give him this belt back.
It's already, just to give you guys an update because I've been watching this shit closely. It's already passed in the Senate. The problem is it's not up for the floor on the House because they do not.
It goes to the House before the Senate.
You gotta listen, bro. It goes to it's the House, then to the Senate, then it goes back to the House.
Well, it goes back to the House because they have amendments.
No, it doesn't. It goes from the House to the Senate to the President.
I'm not gonna argue civics with a dumb motherfucker, bro.
What happened? What are you talking about? Passes the House, it goes to the Senate.
The reason it's gonna go back to that. It ends up going back to the House is because they changed the original one that we voted for.
That's where they had to have amendments, and that's where the last.
So now it's got to go back to the House. Let them pass it.
Ali Walsh and the rest of them at that hearing. That's what that was about. Now it goes back to the House to be voted on. If the House passes it at this point, it's now law. You feel what I'm saying? So
no, it's not law.
Never passed the Senate. I've got it right here. If you want to say I don't know what I'm talking about and you don't want to argue this shit, I've got it on the screen again. Here's another fucking receipt to cook your ass. It never passed the Senate. If they do an amendment, wait, HLD. If they do an amendment, that means it didn't pass the Senate. Because if it passed the Senate, it wouldn't need an amendment. Thus, it went back to the House to get revoted on the new amendment to the law. Now, if it passes the House, I'm not done, AC. If it passes the House with the amendment, it goes back to the Senate to get revoted on by the Senate. If it passes the Senate, then it goes to the President to be signed into law.
Nobody was cooked, bro.
Yo, is there anything?
Nobody was cooked.
I mean, he's been cooked.
Nobody was cooked because the last thing that I saw on
the screen.
All we got is gristle, bro. I mean, like, is there anything left to cook?
That's not cooking. That's a regular Google search. That's not that actual update. Them shits can be wrong depending on how you Google
No,
it, bro.
but yeah, I mean,
It was bad cooking. I smelled something burning.
Bias. You're bringing up confirmation bias, not from the actual source.
confirmation bias from Google search.
Yeah. From
Okay,
Google
let me
search,
ask
it's
you
still
something, AC.
confirmation bias.
Let me ask you something,
Look at-
AC.
listen to
What
what
is the
Neil
date of your
deGrasse Tyson tells you
update?
type
What is the date of your update? Please tell me the date of your update.
I'll Google.
Oh, you're gonna Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google the actual
Because the actual thing I showed you was updated July 30th.
That's from Google, bro.
Oh my fuck. It's literally not from Google. In fact, hold on, let me show you something. Let me show you how this works. Because I don't think you understand how these things work.
I don't think you
understand screen
how-
again, flyer. I just want to show this. I'm not going to pull up nothing new to cook and leave the work. I'm going to just show the same screen that I just had. Flyer, could you please share this? Because I want to show him where it actually comes from because he doesn't know how Google searches work. So if you
I
look
do
right
know,
here,
bro. Stop,
as you
stop
see my
that,
mouth,
man.
AC, you have your turn to talk whenever I'm done.
I'm
Do you see
telling you
this?
right now.
This is where it's being pulled from, as
I
reported
know
from
that,
ESPN.
dumbass. So
You
why
see
didn't you
this?
click
Do you
on
see
that, you
this? You
stupid
see this right here? This is where the source is coming from. Do you not understand that?
Click on
Uh-oh.
that so we can
Aliak
read the
introduced
actual
Senate addresses contract links, titles, updated July 30th, 2026.
Click on that so
Bipartisan
we
sponsorship
can
of the
see
Senate
it.
bill gives it
You're,
approval
that's
can.
like saying, all right,
This
here's
is
the
where
headline.
it comes
Here's
from.
the headline of a story. The headline just told you everything you need to know. The headline doesn't tell you everything you need to know. You have to click on it because then there are other factors in the actual fucking article.
Yeah,
That's why
nigga.
motherfuckers walk
It's
around
not
believing
gonna
a lot
it's
of
not gonna
bullshit.
say it's not gonna say that the Senate voted for it though.
It's not going to
Yeah,
say the
nigga.
Senate approved it. Because here's what he doesn't understand. Once the House approves something and Senate approves it, it goes to the president to be signed into law. There is no going back to the House once they both approve it.
Yeah, nigga.
That's literally how it works.
Bro.
Yeah, nigga. Now, AC, you gotta say something. AC, you gotta say something now so I can be like, yeah, nigga, for you too. You know,
It's all good because at the end of the day, he's showing you.
They say AC. They say you the new Mag 7.
I'm the new what?
They say you the Mag 7 of the who you a fan of? Haney.
Don't come at my OG Mag 7, man.
I have no idea.
Hey, Fly, he the Mag 7 of the Haney clip.
I have no
That's my
idea.
favorite Tankamaniac, bro.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
at the end of the day, like I said,
can I read
a
what I
person
got in
can
the
show
background?
y'all and mislead y'all and gaslight y'all off of basic information. For me, when I look at stuff like that, I actually click on the shit. I actually click on the shit to see what it actually says. And when you actually read it, it tells you everything you really, really need to know. One is a cliff note. One is a cliff note. One is what's actually being stated.
Okay, but you read it, right? Tell us what it said.
Man, they told AC to throw the towel in.
It's literally called
Telling me to throw the towel in. Come on, man. Y'all, because I was cooking
No,
earlier.
we telling them to stop, drop, and roll. That's what we telling them to do.
That shit is real goofy. That shit is real goofy.
Stop, drop, and roll, bro. You ain't.
Hey, AC, man, I got your 6, man. Fuck these niggas, bro. Fuck these niggas.
I don't listen. Trust me on this. I don't need none of that because at the end of the day, he keeps moving the goalposts and then wanting to have a semantic argument to shit that he can prove, but he refuses to actually Google. He's Googling all of this stuff, but won't Google the fact that I told him, listen, here's the actual truth. A board can a 501c3 with the
what's the key
WBC
part?
and
What's
all
the
of
key
those
part that it
companies
says
up
up there?
can't
In
make their
identical
own rules.
form.
And here comes some other dude wanting to talk over.
But since
me.
there's
You know what I'm
amendments,
trying to
it's
tell
got to
you?
go back to the House.
Here we go. I'm going to read it to him. Once both the U.S. House of Representatives
But you Googling
and
all
the
of this
Senate,
stuff,
look,
but you won't Google what I
flyer,
said.
can you stop him? I'm trying to read. He's talking behind me. I'm trying to read so we can all get educated.
This is corny,
Since I'm the one that doesn't know anything, and I've been driving receipts all night, but I don't know nothing. I don't know what the fuck
Aircraft carrier say he smell you cooking, bro.
And I read.
Aircraft carrier can smell you cooking, bro.
What he was saying, bro.
Why
You on the grill right
Finish
now?
what he was saying,
Why
man.
can't you let me read? I'm just trying to read.
And You think
I'm
you
just trying to read,
Let
AC.
AC finish what he was
I'm
saying,
just trying to read. I was talking before AC. He wasn't even talking. I put
No, but I'm telling you, you
the minute
moving
I
the
started
Yo,
reading,
put y'all
AC
shirts
started
back
talking.
on,
It
man.
doesn't make a
Hey,
difference.
order in the court.
We're
I
talking
need the
about
judge flyer to get
Obadiah,
order in the court.
We're talking about Obadiah, but you still won't
Here
refuse.
he goes.
You
He's
refuse
diverting
to
from the
do
Yo,
IDEAC now.
let's get off of
You're
that,
trying to
man, because we've been on this the whole show, bro.
Can
We've
I
been
can I
talking about
can I read?
arguing
I
about
just want
Ja
to read.
Opata and
Yo,
David Benavidez, man.
can I just read real fast? That's all I want to do. I just want to read.
Go ahead, hurry up.
Okay, thank you. Once both the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate pass a bill in identical form, meaning no amendments, it is sent to the President of the United States, who signs it to make it an official law. Oh, shit. Is that what the one who doesn't know shit said?
Man, you learned about
No,
that
you
when
didn't
you were
say
10,
that.
man.
Unless it's a super majority, right? I think when there's a super majority, it doesn't even need to get to the president.
Exactly.
Yeah, nigga.
And that's basically what the ILE Act actually has when it passed in the House before it went to the Senate. It passed with a supermajority, bipartisan. That's why they're not worried about anything else. They're trying to do it within the House and the Senate. So if I could actually fucking
Some people think that they're gonna be too busy with other things, with other matters that they ain't going
It's not gonna.
get a chance to pass it.
Exactly, Flyer. They
That's
said
why I'm saying this dude is exhausting because
the
he keeps
calendar's full.
interrupting and then starts
It
a
won't happen
semantic
this year the way
argument
they're
that
talking
nobody's
about it.
arguing.
Unless they donate maybe $1 billion, and then they'll probably get it up front. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yo, let's talk about this Liam Paro situation. Liam Paro, he's spinning the block, saying that he'll take the Devin Haney fight.
Flyer. I just want to show how supermajority works because the president can still veto. So he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He could veto.
So
Cannot
here we go.
veto.
No.
Dang, I thought he was well done already, bro.
The House will still pass it,
A supermajority does not force the president to sign a bill, for it initially goes through the normal legislation process. Every bill passed by Congress and even by unanimous or supermajority vote must still be sent to the president, who can choose to sign it, let it become law without a signature, or veto it.
But he
Though
can't veto it to where
it still has to go to the president to get signed.
veto it to where
Just the time.
I'm done. I'm moving on.
Real childish.
He has a timeline to sign it, to veto it, or to ignore it, in which by ignoring it becomes law.
Yeah, he has 10 days. He has 10 days to sign it, let it go, or veto.
Yeah.
That's why Donald Trump just went through some shit where it had a supermajority, and at the end of the day, he couldn't do a fucking thing about it.
He can veto it. Do you know
No,
what
it doesn't become
He didn't
law
sign
if
it.
he
He didn't sign it. He ignored it.
Exactly. It becomes law if he ignores it. But if he chooses to veto it, do you know what that means?
It doesn't matter. It still doesn't matter. The House and the Senate can overpower. That's why it's called 3 co-equal branches of government. It's not one fucking branch of government.
He could veto it.
He can veto it, but it doesn't stop the process.
All right, y'all. That's enough on that, y'all. Let's talk about the face of boxing, man. Let's talk about
Who the fuck is the face of boxing, nigga?
Devin Haney, man. Devin Debo Haney is the face of boxing,
And
bro.
most definitely ain't Devin Haney. Yeah, nigga.
Yo, I said it from day one that Paro fight is all cap and it's all about leverage, bro.
Tell me how Debo Devin, where's Debo at? Because there's a lot of shit about Debo.
Are you mean Shebo?
Hey, let's see what Frank Martin got to say about it, man.
The guy in the sport right now. Matter of fact, if you said face of boxing right now, who is that guy you think right now?
Face of boxing. Face of boxing that's actively boxing.
No matter what this nigga saying.
He is the guy.
I know that's the way.
He thinking hard about it.
No, man, are you really trying to present this shit? Yeah, nigga, you delusional.
He don't even know names, so they flash some card in front of him.
This nigga don't even know what the fuck to say.
Yeah, look it. They're gonna flash a card in front of him so you can say Haney. What?
It took him 2 minutes to fucking come up with a name.
Ready.
See, that's a joke.
He thought hard about it, bro. He thought hard about it.
Tell me why.
Just cause, man,
If he was the face of boxing,
I
nigga, he
feel like
would
dude
answer
don't
it
get he don't
instantly,
get enough
nigga.
credit. And I ain't no hater, you know what I'm saying? I'm
He ain't no
real
hater like
people,
y'all.
so I feel like Dev don't get enough credit, man. Dev done fought the top, some of the top fighters, he done beat him.
Hey, who's this champion
Like
that
dude don't
that
get
we're
enough
taking his
credit.
word from?
We talk
He
about
right
the
there on
face of
top.
boxing
Right
right
there.
now. Devin
Hey man,
Haney, man. Devin Debo Haney.
What makes him
So
word liable here? Who is this champion we're talking to right here? What was that guy? Who is that
man,
guy?
this
no, but
nigga
what
Frank
y'all
Martin
no,
ain't
but
got
what
no
y'all think about
credibility, nigga.
no, but what y'all think about Liam Paro, you know what I'm saying, doubling back, spinning the block, talking about he wanna fight Devin Haney now. Like
I
me personally, I would rather see this fight than to see
Catterall.
Jack Catterall fight.
Well, why? Cause Jack
Well, this
I
Catterall
was
knocked
hoping
this
that
shit
he
out.
this is unification.
no, because Jack Catterall don't got nothing for Devin Haney, man. Yeah, first of all, neither one of them going to beat Devin Haney. I don't think neither one of them got what it takes to beat Devin Haney. But I would rather see him fight Liam Paro for a belt because it's a unification than to fight Jack Catterall. And I even heard that it's a possibility that Keyshawn Davis is still a possibility or whatever. I don't know
They let that
how
fight
true
Nah,
go
that
to
that
nigga
rumor
ain't.
So
is.
No, it's not.
what I
I don't know
heard.
how true. I don't know how true
I
that
know that
rumor
fight go
is,
to purse
but
strings.
I would rather have that fight over all of them. Still,
I
if
hope
they was
that
able
fight
to make
doesn't
that fight.
happen because of all the bullshit.
Okay,
I just
what about Shakur, the nigga that he walked away from,
but
said they'll fight him
hey,
at 144, and he walked
Come
away
on,
from the
man.
fight.
Nobody trying to see no
Ain't nobody
144.
Yeah,
trying to
that's
see
what
no
I thought, nigga.
If
144.
he
He
ain't
ain't no
gonna fight
fucking
the
face of boxing,
147 like
nigga.
a big
He
boy,
walked
then
away.
he
He
then he
walked
need
away
to sit.
again, nigga, and
He
you
need to
said
go
he'd
ahead
be
and
a
fight
joke too if he
Ryo.
didn't
He
fight
need to go ahead and
Keyshawn.
fight
He should fight
Ryo, man.
Shakur.
hey,
You be flip flopping. You be
you
flip
heard
flopping.
what Bill Haney did say though, right?
Hey,
He said that he
Pryor is
tried
a
to
flip
reach out
flopper,
to
y'all.
Keyshawn Davis to try to drop another out of their side to drop another M on top of the 3 million, but Keyshawn was having his little hissy fit, and I think he probably told Jay Prince to go fuck off, and he told then Bill Haney to fuck off too
Now you
before Bill
reaching
Haney.
right now. That ain't true.
No, bro, Bill Haney was on camera, and was he a couple days ago? And he was talking. He was explaining that he was. I don't know if he's taking advantage of the situation saying it, but he's saying he reached out to Keyshawn to try to give him another M on top of the three that they were doing to try to make the fight.
So you're
And
saying, hold on, you lying because that means you're saying that he gave him 4 million. He
yes,
offered him 4 million.
here,
No, there ain't no proof of
let
that.
me bring up the
There
clip.
ain't, show, put a receipt up.
All right.
I'm calling Cap.
And then after that, and then after that, you're gonna get on your knees.
No, see that's that gay shit. Come on, XLD.
I didn't say for me. I said for AC. He needs you.
Nah,
What?
nigga.
What?
You said some gay
Wait,
shit.
whoa! Don't bring
Come
me
on,
into
bro.
that.
That's that gay
Nah,
shit, bro.
nigga.
Cut that shit
I
out,
don't go
bro.
to the Frank stand. We don't even have them shits here.
Pause.
Damn,
This
Blue, you
nigga
let
HLD on
HLD
that
pass
gay
you
shit, man.
around like a blunt? That's crazy.
That's some gay shit right there, bro. Just pull the receipt up, man. Stop
Yeah,
playing.
I got it right here, man. And boom,
Cool.
somebody played it in the
Yeah,
chat. It's in the
yeah. I
private
want
chat.
to see that shit for real. If he said that shit, he said it. But
You
if
can't
he
present.
said
You
it
don't know
back
how to
off.
present it.
No,
I can't play videos out the private chat.
Hey, Tony, play that shit.
I can't play videos out the private chat
yo,
either.
AC, do us a job, bro, in this one, bro.
What are you asking me to do? I don't got
It's
it.
on the private chat. I got a link for video.
Uh-huh.
Can you play that?
He wants you to play it, present it.
I don't know how to do that, bro. Honestly.
Then we're a bunch of retards on here talking about civics in class.
Yeah, I know real life shit. I'm not a
Yeah, I know.
I run businesses. That's what I do. You
Let's see
feel what
here.
I'm saying? I run businesses, non-profit.
Here. Let's well, I need to play the audio, right? I can play the audio. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
Man, that's diabolical. Flyer should actually
Oh,
be the
I
one
can't
presenting
present
that
it because
shit.
it's on X and I don't fuck with that.
You don't fuck with X, bro?
No. I don't even fuck with I don't fuck with none of this social media shit like that, bro. I'm not one of them
No,
dudes.
I get you, man. I'm not on. I got X's about it. Just 1 second here. Trying to see.
Like I could see the video, but if I look for anything that says audio, it's asking me to log in.
Got you. Give me just 1 second. Where's my- So go. And
Jay Prince, the manager of Keyshawn Davis.
all right, here we go. Give me a second.
Keyshawn Davis to petition to the WBO for that beautiful belt right there. Right. So while negotiating, I'm the manager. I'm negotiating with Keyshawn.
Can you pause that for a second?
Will determine the pound.
HDL, can you pause that for a second?
Yeah.
Flyer, I think you should make your little announcement. This is for educational purposes. Blah,
No,
blah.
this is audio, man. You gotta do all
But
that.
still in all, sometimes they'll if he's monetized, they'll still fuck with him about it. You feel?
Oh, this is what's his name? What's that show name? What if or what? What's up? Anyway, man, don't interrupt Mickey.
Negotiating with Shakur for a fight that ultimately would determine the pound for pound best in the sport on everybody's list. Dev is number one on my list, everybody know it. But they're both on the pound for pound on pretty much everybody's list.
Yo, my bad, y'all. I'm back. I got the video.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah. I got it. Hold on.
All right. I'll pause this shit.
I reached out to the kid. The kid said, yeah, the OG reached out to me too. And I told him, get the fuck on. And the OG hearted it. I said, I was trying to come to see was you all right if we had to give you some money, if we had to put an M on top of it. Right. So not only did you blow the 3, you blew the 1 that you might would have got from the OG. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Oh, you don't let it finish. He was gonna say so. Then Cameron, so he was gonna get 4. He's confirming that. Yeah, it would have been 4 million.
Yeah, all we needed to hear him say was the M on top of the 3 million. You know how to count. Hey, Dre, what's good, Dre?
Yeah. I'm in here. Hey, Flyer. Yeah. What's up with you? But Blue, can you hear me? Hey, yo, Blue.
Yo, man, somebody's got some like kitty land shit in the
Yeah,
background.
really bad.
Oh, that's my kids. Go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, Blue. You there?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Nope.
Yeah, you answered.
You responding to me.
You answered. But yeah, Blue, I got some bad news for you. And my sources didn't even come from Bill. It came from Keyshawn Davis himself because he was the one that jumped on Instagram Live and told everybody, I already know the numbers and everything. So I don't even know why Bill is trying to contact me right now at this point. So if you was paying attention, that's exactly what the fuck happened. So you probably just gonna have to get on your knees this time, brother.
Man, you came with that weird shit too, bro.
Gosh damn, Blue, you staying on your knees tonight.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about, Tony. Don't even condone
my
that
sources came from Keyshawn Davis himself, who jumped on live Instagram.
Man, that shit was from a while ago. We talking about.
No.
I ain't said that shit a while ago, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
That wasn't a while ago.
Y'all hold it. I'm gonna hop off.
That wasn't a while ago because he said I knew the numbers and I know what the numbers are.
Yeah, that was a video
tomorrow.
that happened a while ago. I know what you're talking about.
But look,
that video.
he was trying to fucking contact him. If it's going to purse bid, that means nobody came to a goddamn agreement.
No, this is afterwards. Listen, bro, this is afterwards. I think he's talking about.
Nah, brother.
Well, I mean, look, I don't give a fuck if he said it or not. If the nigga didn't accept 4 million, he didn't accept. That ain't got nothing to do with me, nigga. I just said present it because I didn't hear that shit.
He ducked, bro. He ducked.
But now you got to get on your knees while you're talking all that big boy shit at the beginning.
No, I wasn't talking big boy shit. I just wanted to hear proof.
Well, you got it.
Pause. This is crazy.
Why y'all keep talking this get on your knees stuff, man?
That's what he said. Just don't get on your
I
knees.
told you these niggas be on that weird shit, man.
Just don't.
The Haney be on that weird shit.
No, the thing is, just don't get on your knees in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
The Haney man.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? AC said.
Oh yeah. Because Shakur did that. Oh, I see where you going with that. Because Shakur got on his knees too. Now all of his fans they getting on their knees too.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck. See, you on that weird shit. Too. I told you niggas, you Haney acting weirdos,
Keyshawn
bro.
really fucked up with that, bro. I don't know
You
what
Haney
nervous
acting weirdos,
breakdown. I
bro.
don't know what nervous breakdown he got into. Hey, if I could lose, what's gonna happen here? I don't think that these guys are afraid of fighting as much as
Y'all so quick to call
the
somebody a liar, then
consequence,
here we are.
the consequences of losing. What happens afterwards, the ridiculing, and all that shit that happens nowadays. And I think they can't deal with that, man. These guys are weak for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Because it can't be the money, bro. Like, really? You're about to get $4 million. That's 4 times more than you've ever made, and you're backing out from also possibly establishing your legacy.
Hey, I pulled up some stats one time, and I looked at what did Canelo make versus Floyd Mayweather, and what did Berlanga make versus Canelo.
Well, he made 10 million,
and them percentages were bananas.
Oh yeah, like 80-10 or 80-20, something like that.
Yeah, even like it was like literally in some cases less than 15 or 16%.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel what I'm saying? But here was the point that I was making by bringing that up. For those guys, that percentage split didn't matter because it gave them an opportunity to beat your ass. And it's the what if I win.
But the percentages don't matter to getting the ends, right? I mean, but the percentage it becomes kind of irrelevant once you see what the sum is. If you're making $10 million, bro, that's $10 million.
It's not about the money. It's about I'm in the ring with somebody, and if I beat them, then I'm the person who dictates all the terms. I inherit everything from you.
But AC, that's still good money because last time I checked, they did a couple million in pay-per-views on that fight.
No, but what I'm saying is at the end of the day, $3 million was good money for Keyshawn just to be.
No, I was just throwing that out there. I wasn't arguing against it.
I'm just saying just to be able to get in the ring with Devin Haney, and
$2
there are a lot
million
of fans that felt that you got what it takes to probably beat
Yeah,
him.
you're right. The $2 million that ended up being at the end of the purse bid, that was the last that came in at the end of this rainbow. Even the $2 million was good money.
Yeah,
even the $2 million. I mean, Xander just swapped boots and he made like maybe $3.5 million.
But it was the potential, and Xander is gonna profit off that so good when he comes back because that third round is a legendary round in this era.
No, right. But I'm just getting back to just the money part. Here's a champion with 2 belts, and this guy's wanting more than what a champion. What are we talking about? Like, what's wrong with this kid Keyshawn? Who's instructing him in his ear? Is it his coach? That goofy dude that's been on Mills, man? I'm like, dude, that dude's retarded. That dude is retarded.
That's when you look at
that
it
weird ass dude
say,
right there, man. I'm tired of that new's voice.
No, it's just it's really more about what comes out of his mouth is retarded.
No, it's both.
It makes no damn sense. He's talking about that they should have done this, they should have done that. And then you start talking about shit about the paying customers like myself, like fuck you, bro.
Nah, but the thing is though, Bill asked him a question, and it was based off of the point that you played on that audio thing or whatever. And the nigga sat there, he asked about that, and the nigga sat there and froze. He sat there and
just
fucking
toying
froze.
with him, bro. Bill's not being serious.
I turned the damn shit off.
Bill just putting him in his place in the sense that like, look how stupid you are, bro. I mean, you're a waste of my time, and he is.
That motherfucker was rambling, but as soon as he asked him about that question about that extra million, it's 5 seconds of straight silence. I cut this shit off.
I can't deal with that dude.
But I see why he only goes to Mill City Boxing. Cause
I just find it hard to believe that Jay Prince is co-signing this motherfucker to be yapping, bro.
Bro, me too. Because think about it. I'm gonna go back to that Instagram video with Keyshawn. Why the fuck is you asking Bill to be your manager and you can make more money for him after you quote unquote whoop Devin's ass? Why are you talking about being his manager when you got the big dog from Houston right behind you?
Here's the deal, bro. Keyshawn left B&B. B&B is all in one. Bernie would have been his manager, and whoever else with his mom's.
But Jay Prince, we're talking about Jay Prince. Though.
Yeah, and then he went to Shakur, and Shakur introduced him to Jay Prince. You feel what I'm saying? When you really look at it, the two cash cows for Jay Prince is Abdullah and Shakur. If Shakur can get past this fuckery he's going through right now. But those are the two real cash cows. Keyshawn is he's just something that's there. I'm gonna see what you got for me. You're the new product. I'm gonna see what the heads. If the heads like the new product, then
look, Keyshawn was on that, bro. Top Rank set him up nicely. He was on the brink of pushing through that stardom, and he fucked that up in Virginia. He fucked that all up in Virginia.
Yeah,
so,
and now he's a bad commodity. The brand is tarnished. And then on top of that, you miss weight at 140. Let's not forget that fight. He initially missed weight. And that's when he was like, yeah, I'm going up to 47. He is undisciplined. The product right there, if I was to put it on the street, dudes be like, yo, these bags is hit and miss.
No, man, they
wouldn't what I'm saying?
From you, bro.
I don't want that strand. That shit is hit or miss.
Top rank may just shelf him until May, man. I mean, they've lost so much money on this motherfucker. They fucked so much money. So who knows, man? Who knows what's gonna end up happening with this kid? But it's a shame because he was just on the brink, bro. That had he gone through that fight with Dos Santos, but maybe the guy, that guy gives me that chicken shit vibes, bro. He's under the pressure, he probably just cracks, man. Under the pressure, the guy cracks.
He's AB 2.0.
Nah, AB went through with fights, bro.
I mean, AB had a much, much better resume. He was the man. But what I'm saying the 2.0 part is you got to a certain level and then reality hit you.
Bro, but this guy's nowhere near AB's level. He hasn't even snuffed in his sock.
Reality. He got to a certain level, rushed there. He was on the fast track. AB was on the fast track, but AB had the names. You feel what I'm saying? AB, he was co-signed by Floyd. Who co-signed Keyshawn? Shakur. That's a big difference. So all I'm saying is in the scope of their little friends and family crew, you are the crash out. You are the AB of the crew. That's all I'm saying. I'm not comparing his career to AB's. Not at all. Not at all. I got you bro, get out of here. And if AB was active like that, and you was trying to fight him, I'd have AB busting your shit.
I mean, even Berlanga, even Berlanga, he went through his bullshit and everybody, but he got his 10 million out of Canelo. You know what I mean? He still got his bag.
But at the end of the day, Berlanga brings something with him. You feel there's a natural quality when you look at Berlanga, besides the shit talking, besides the bravado stuff. If I looked at any uptown Puerto Rican or any Brownsville Puerto Rican, that is Berlanga.
Yeah.
You embody that shit, bro. Yeah. You embody the shit all day with the cuts in your eyebrows, no t-shirt.
He's
in the corner on his cars like that, smoking a cigar with a little pineapple card there, like, hey, Papo.
Yeah.
Hey, Papo.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Hey.
Ain't no doubt, bro. I get what you're
saying.
Type
of dude that be on the island with you and be like, yo, on some real shit. You want to rock with us and yada yada yada. You feel what I'm saying?
But Keyshawn, I don't know what's we'll see what's
he's genuine. Keyshawn is not. Keyshawn is a person who's looking for himself. And that's the sad part about it, because if he would have just embraced who he was when ESPN did that first little 20-minute like documentary on him, when it was first, before DB3 was even mentioned. You feel I don't remember the fighter, the fight. It might have been when he the guy he fought right before he got his championship fight. They did a little docu whatever. He was talking about Virginia and all of this other stuff. If he would have just embodied that kid, he'd have been all right today. Today he'd have been all right. He wouldn't have crashed out. He wouldn't be thinking that he's already the superstar without putting in the work.
I think they're
Hey,
afraid
yo, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't hear y'all, but yo, I gotta shut it down, y'all.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Unfortunately, I
Good
gotta
cook,
shut
bro.
it down, y'all. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about everything. We did well. Yeah, we didn't get to talk
So
about everything in
Pyro,
depth
hold on, Fly. We
like I
didn't get to.
wanted to.
But Fly,
But
hold on, we didn't get to touch on this.
we're
What
gonna
did
have to continue it next
hold on,
show,
what did
man.
Paro say?
Or whatnot. I gotta shut it down.
You might swing around the block. He
It's
can't hear.
late. I gotta go to work in the morning. We've been on for about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours and everything. I appreciate everybody for showing
Stop
up.
playing.
Make sure y'all smash the like button on the way out, man.
He
Y'all
can't
was
hear you.
doing me
Stop.
dirty earlier. You know, y'all ain't acting like y'all ain't want to smash the like button. Smash the like button on y'all way out, man. And I appreciate everybody for showing up on the panel, man. All the panelists, you know, for blessing the panel and everything. And my headphones died, man, so I couldn't hear nothing y'all was saying after a while anyway. But salute to y'all, man. I'll catch y'all next time. Inshallah. Y'all be safe. Go ahead, big dog. You gotta take yourself off mute, though. He muted you.
Hey, Tank Maniac, if you don't like me calling you out Tank Maniac, stop being Tank Maniac. And that's really what I gotta say. You get mad, you gotta talk about hurt your feelings, and all this other shit, me calling you Tank Maniac. Stop being a Tank Maniac.
Yeah, first time in your chat when I pull up on your channel, you already on attack, all flying off the handle. I'm saying you too attached to these fighters, and I clown you when you throw me in the back when I hop up on your panel. You a user. 6 hour live streams and you yelling and you scream and you rip your shirt off and put my comment on the screen cause I said he likes Skittles and his favorite color green. You hit me with 86K and kick me from the stream. User, put your shirt back on. User, going berserk just strong. User,
You say somebody is ducking because they signed somewhere else, and you're a Tank fan, you're a Tank Maniac. From now on. So, you twist narrative, you're a Tank Maniac. If you're just saying, oh, Tank can beat Shakur, I feel Tank can beat Shakur, you're a Tank fan. But you're a Tank Maniac if you start pushing narrative. That's all I gotta say.
User, maniac, user, maniac,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You ripping your shirt off right now, gang. Just shut up and be a fan.